Wow, you guys are camera shy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I think we all pretty much remember what happened last time. Drake talked to a cat, found out what its situation was. It's a little boy that was killed. Can't remember its killer because it's too weak.
Little boy. I don't even remember it.
Saran saw its visage, and it was a small boy that was like one of the engineer. It needs like more people to die so it can absorb like their souls or just something like that to increase its strength, so it can remember who killed it and then have the strength to possess people and enact the death of the person who killed it. Drake said he would help it, but like not really, kind of a little sneaky there, but
yeah.
Now you guys know about that. Then you had the whole situation with the doctor where he kind of like, you wanted to get rid of him, so he got polymorphed, and then you guys wanted to unpolymorph him, and Aster refused to unpolymorph him. Now, I will say, Felina didn't know how polymorph worked, so she thought if you polymorph someone to a rat and then killed the rat, they'd be dead. So when she polymorphed him back right before you guys stepped on him, she thought she was saving his life.
I did think that.
That makes it more fun.
It's not as funny. It's not as funny now.
No, it is better. At least it's
So yeah, that's why that happened. But anyway, his nose got broken. He got concussed. Saran guided him back to his room. You guys found out, like, afterwards you realized, he realizes you guys aren't human. And then when Saran got into his room, he injected her full of morphine, put her on the operating table, and was about to vivisect her before you guys barged in after kind of realizing this guy's kind of suspicious. At which point a spear was thrown through his thigh. The spear was removed. His thigh was healed. And now you just have him in his own room. I think he did come back to consciousness when he was healed.
Yeah, he was yelling because someone casted silence.
Yes, that's right.
The room.
It was across.
I'm gonna grab some water.
It was across the hall in the other room. I put him in.
Also, can you hear me?
Oh, you put him in the first. You put him in the
muffled,
first mate's room.
Yeah,
That's right.
just because the door was destroyed after having reduced it.
Yep, and I think the rest of you are. I mean, Gideon's up top, and then it's Saran, Drake, and Rendon in around where the doctor is, and then I believe it is Aster and Saber down in the engine room.
Yeah.
I thought Saber was with Rendon since they were pairing up.
No, I think we said he stuck behind just since those two went up.
Yeah, we did. We said Saber stayed behind when me and Thomas went up. But all the other stuff, Saber and Rendon were sticking around together, except for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad, Christian. I didn't remember correctly.
Okay. Do we want to switch over to any of the others real quick before we
Alright,
do
I'm
that?
back.
Or- What do you want to start with?
I mean, it doesn't super matter. I mean, since we ended off with the people dealing with the doctor, I guess I'll just cut down to Aster and Saber and see if you guys are wanting to do anything at the moment, or if you're just waiting to see if they come back.
I just probably head up after them.
Yeah,
Like,
I
how long
definitely would.
after?
Maybe after. I can imagine they could wait a little bit.
I mean, the idea was that they were just going to deal with it. So, are you guys how close by are you two falling behind?
Saber wouldn't even really wait a minute. Saber would just stay really close to them, just because he doesn't trust any of them to do a job properly.
I think I'd be pretty close too, because I wanted to go with, but they were like, "No, you can't." So I kind of
Probably just would have went when Saber went.
Yeah, I wanted to go up anyways, just like
It's like we went and then a minute passed and then they're like, "All right, we're going."
Not even a minute. That's what I was saying.
I'll probably say you guys will have followed behind, like just the way things worked out. You probably wouldn't be there when the stuff went down with them, so you guys are arriving pretty much right after.
Okay.
Okay, this is too hopeful. I need a better song.
Oh, Boston, I can never hear the music.
I don't know why that is.
Like,
do you
never
joined the
worked.
activity? Have you joined the
Oh,
activity?
you have to join the activity. That's right.
Well, I've done that before and it still doesn't do anything.
Try joining it. Do you hear now?
Weird.
Nope.
And then maybe have it.
Is
maybe it's something in your settings.
Is the volume in the video all the way low or something? Or
Oh, I can hear it now.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. It's never worked before.
You're good. So, Aster and Saber, you guys follow close behind, headed to where the doctor's quarters are. As you walk down the hallway, you see a door that would the reduce have been worn off by now, or just ended?
I don't remember how long that lasts.
It's a minute.
It's up to a minute. Yeah.
It might be a concentration. So.
It is concentration. It would have ended as soon as I.
Okay.
Silence.
So the door is like flopped down in the middle of the room. There's the operating table that's up there. Nothing in the room though.
Yeah.
There are like small trickles of blood on the floor. Or I guess just droplets of blood. So, what do you guys do upon coming upon this site?
Give me 1 second. I have to open Discord and everything on my laptop.
How far away is the captain's quarter from here?
Like where the captain sleeps?
Well, where they have the guy right now.
Oh, the bridge? Oh, wait, like the room with the guy in it?
Yeah.
Wait, you don't know that they took him there.
Well, I know, but how far away is it?
It's just like it's in the same area, so it's just like the rooms are all right next to each other. So just look like basically around the corner is the door.
Boston, how big is that room? Because it's a 20-foot radius sphere. I
guess that is true. Yeah, definitely. As you guys got close, all the sound drowned out. You can't hear the sound of the ocean or the ship creaking. It is purely silent. At which point, I'm just going to pause the music. It's completely silent as you get close. The room is like, it's a smaller room. It's probably like a dorm room size.
I'm just gonna yell out, be like, "Hello, anybody there?"
Even Saber can't hear you.
Yeah, even like as your voice, you assume leaves your mouth, you don't hear anything. There's no. All you feel is like the reverberations and vibrations of your throat as you attempt to speak.
Can I make a perception check just to see if I can, or I guess investigation check to see if they left any like blood on the floor from moving this guy?
Sure, yeah, go for it.
I'm still opening Saber's sheet, but that is up now. Okay. Investigation. Gosh dang it. 15.
I mean, there wasn't any attempt to like hide their tracks. So, I mean, even with 15, you see like droplets just every now and then just heading around the corner.
The blood in the sphere?
Yeah.
I would quickly wave Aster over, just, with a normal, like, hither motion. And then I would just follow the trail of blood until, or, the track of blood to the, what I assume is the first mate's room, is what you said?
Yep, yeah, there's room. Says first mate's quarters right on the door.
In English?
The door is shut. In English. I guess, yeah, so you don't read it. Didn't really think about that. No, in Japanese, not English. So I guess you don't.
Yeah.
You can't even read it. There's just Japanese up on the door.
Yeah, I'm just saying to what you said. So,
Yeah, but there is the door. That's where the droplets.
knowing that yeah, is the door open or closed? I assume closed.
Closed. Yeah.
So, and knowing that silence is up because I can't hear anything, I would kind of open the door and just take a quick look at what what do I see?
I'm assuming you guys locked the door, or did you?
Yeah, we were trying to lock the door.
Okay, you go to open the door, but it's locked.
Definitely locked the door.
Well, I will then try to pick the lock if it is that kind of lock.
Turn into a worm and go under the door.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
What's the
Yeah.
movement? What's the
Aster just-
movement to the worm?
It shrinks down and slowly inches underneath the door. Inside Aster, you can see the doctor was he on the bed? Like, where did you set him down at?
Yeah, like probably like on the bed or something.
Yeah, so you see a screaming doctor who's no noise is leaving his mouth, but his mouth is open as if to scream, with a ball gag in it. Not ball gag. Whoa. Too kinky.
Whoa!
Just a regular gag. Just a regular gag. I don't know why not a ball gag, guys.
Adhere to that stuff.
Also, we just I think we put found a rag. Oh no, it was gauze. It was gauze from his operating room, so we used it to gag him.
Okay, yeah.
For picking the lock, if there is a lock, does a 20 do anything?
Yeah, no, you open the door right up. And you see the same sight, Rendon, Drake, Saran, a groggy Saran, and that doctor. Did you guys tie him down at all, or is it just the...
Yeah, he
did tie him
tied
down.
down to the door, but his hands are tied
Need
behind
some
his back.
lift.
Okay, yeah, so his hands are tied, and he's now kind of kicking and still attempting to scream, and is freaked out at now everyone here now being surrounding him. He's just kind of kicking at each of you.
Okay.
All right. Well, Saber's decisiveness is.
What is his decisiveness saying?
Selena, you what?
Turn back into a person.
Okay, back up.
I'm not a worm.
How many? Is this your first use of wild shape today?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you only have. Is it 2?
Didn't she also turn into an animal, like when she was trying to get the cat?
No.
No.
She tried to only change her head, but Boston said no.
Ah, okay.
Boston. What is the distance?
Distance
Hello?
between what?
Me and the doctor.
It's a small room. You're probably within 5 feet of him.
Oh,
5
perfect
feet,
range.
really?
Perfect.
It's not like we're not like in between him and the doctor.
I mean,
Yeah,
I imagine were you guys in front of the door, or I'm assuming you guys were to the side of the doctor, next to the bed.
I think we would have put the doctor against the back wall, and then there would have been us.
Wait, is Saber inside? Did he just pick the lock or something? Or
He picked
okay.
it. Yeah.
I mean, that's not like you guys said you're blocking him from the door.
Okay.
So
Well,
Saber came in is indirect, in front of the doctor.
Okay, but we also said that we didn't put him just right there.
I asked if he was on the bed.
Can't. Is the bed right next to the door?
Bed's against the wall.
Again, but is it
To the
opposite
left of the door.
Oh, okay. To
Okay.
the left of the door.
Well, we would have at least we're still really close to him and whatnot there.
Yeah, you're right next to him.
Okay. Okay, I definitely from my vantage point would see the door open and I could see Saber.
Yeah, easily. You see him.
Can I All right, he tries to attack. Can I try to like do something to prevent him
Wait, Saber's trying to attack
as
the
a
doctor?
reaction?
What do you have? What would you be using to do that?
I would just counteract it with my own short sword. Wow, sword.
Short sword.
Also, why is Saber attacking?
Because he's Saber.
Yep.
And he's
Yeah,
choosing to. So, Drake, let's make this a clash. So you also roll an attack,
Okay, come on.
and you're
baby.
shooting to get higher than he got.
Oh,
I
okay.
did 28.
That works.
Okay, your swords clash midair as his sword almost reached the doctor, but yours stops it. And the doctor, once again, throws himself into the wall, eyes wide as can be.
Hold on, he's trying.
Can I interject?
What?
Yeah. Would my assassination thing do anything?
Not really. It doesn't like improve your. I mean, do you get advantage?
That's what I'm
Is it
checking.
I thought it was an auto crit. But that's it.
You have advantage on attack rolls against any creature, so that would be that.
Against any
Sure.
creature?
And it's an auto crit
Against
on
any
creature
creature who hasn't moved in the initiative turn yet.
But we haven't even. It's not like
You're
Or-
in
we're
initiative,
because-
but he attacked first. So Saber, go ahead, roll with advantage.
I was also going to say, or is surprised, which I think this would be surprised.
Okay, but I'm not surprised. I'm the one who's counteracting it.
I'll still give him advantage. Go ahead and roll it.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
The block
Oh, okay.
is the attack is stopped.
And after I do so, I just look at him. And I'm like, what? It's like,
Trying to mouth with your beak.
yeah, like stop. I'm like trying to be like, we need him alive.
I hit him with the other sword.
Oh.
What the heck?
Okay, go ahead.
Again, me or him?
The other guy. You can only block me with one sword.
I have dual.
Anyone
Remember
else
my-
gonna try
my
to
choices?
block?
27 on the second one, so.
Is Brendan allowed to help?
I'm gonna not allow you guys to just all jump in on this. This is a Drake v Saber situation. So
Cool.
Drake swings his sword, like takes out his second short sword as he sees Saber grabbing his other sword as well. He brings the second sword up, and Drake is just too slow as they glance against each other, but Saber's sword continues. Go ahead and roll damage, Saber.
Mm.
All right.
You just
You
killed
take his
the
head
man.
off. Well, actually, how do you want to kill him? I guess I'll let you choose the method of killing.
I'm stabbing him right in the heart.
Okay, so more with a thrust, the sword pierces his heart. You see his eyes roll back, and blood begins to
Is it
gurgle
coming
up
out of me,
through his
or
mouth,
did you hurt
and
me?
it begins to stain the gauze that has gagged him.
Mhm.
As the gauze
Mhm.
turns fully red, and it dribbles down his chin, and he rolls back.
Try to heal the
Right.
guy?
He dealt twice his max hit points, and was doing a lethal attack, so he is full dead.
Unless a revive
All right.
occurs.
Unless you
Yeah.
use revive, yeah.
I don't
Anyone
have-
got revive?
All right, I don't have that. Nope. Maybe our cleric does. but
Master?
I have it,
like revive. What is specifically like?
but I'm not gonna
It's
use
probably
it.
being-
Probably
Probably reincarnate.
reincarnate, yeah.
That's true. You
I
just
am-
have reincarnate.
Reminder:
Ring.
we are still under silence. You guys have no method of communication.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. At this point, Drake Furious ends the silence spell.
Sound resumes within the
And-
room.
And I'm going full character. This is not an attack, right? Like, I'm just saying it. Just point Drake Furious, like probably the most furious he's been in a long time. Because looks to Saber and says, "What the fuck is your problem?"
Damn, you pissed him off if Drake's throwing that around.
We needed him. You
Did
think
we
you just
though?
come in here? You just think you can come in and do whatever you want?
Where's the spray bottle?
We had it handled.
I hate to say this, but I'm on Saber's side.
Aster, I don't need you.
Oh, what?
Quiet.
That's actually the one person you need the most there. You specifically.
Oh my gosh. We were gonna have to ask him questions. He knew something was off about us, and he was trying to dissect Saran. He wasn't any harm.
Any
You
harm? You
really
hear yourself?
said you tried to
Yeah,
dissect
we
one
had
of our
him.
people.
We had him bound and gagged. He couldn't do anything.
Also, question, Saber, how did you know that he was a bad guy? You just saw that there was a guy tied up and decided to kill him?
Because
Yeah,
he's trigger
someone else
happy.
worked with that.
I mean, yeah.
Under that logic, we should tie you up and kill you.
That's fair.
Okay.
Sound like you guys
No.
haven't done with someone else before.
We can't be just killing because that'll fuel the freaking spirit that's on this boat.
You do hear, as you say that, within the walls, a.
I don't suppose no one can revive him. All right, Aster,
Yeah.
Aster, we need him back. Probably had.
I know.
We had important information.
Well,
Somehow
does someone
he-
have?
They're dead.
Yeah, does someone have speak with the dead?
No,
Yeah.
you can't do that. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I'm blanking on Gideon. I don't know his skills if he has anything like that. Oh, frick. All right. We have to clean up. This isn't over, by the way. But for right now, just
Whatever.
put him in a. Does anyone here have the bag of holding? Who has the bag of holding, actually?
I don't
Out
know.
of character.
Saran has a bag of holding.
All right, I'll be looking
Austin,
at
didn't you
Saran.
say there?
She's,
Didn't you
Open
say
your-
they were
she's
put in her
unconscious.
pocket?
No, she's not unconscious.
No, she's
awake.
sleeping.
She eepy.
She
I'll
eepy.
Austin,
slap her.
Yes.
Wake up.
Selena,
didn't you say there was like bags of holding into our pockets?
Well, for like items, not people.
Yeah. I'll be like, Saran, wake up. Slap.
Drake, I can take care of it. I literally have a portable bag on me.
Oh, wait, you do too. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I
you-
only have a cape.
You didn't speak up. You didn't speak up barely. That's right. You have the cape.
Yes, because you didn't give me time to.
I did. Okay. Put him in the freaking in your cape for right now.
So I'm putting him in the cape. Jerry.
Okay, the
Oh my
tattoo
gosh.
under your fur rises out as Jerry takes form, slithers across the floor, up onto the bed where the dead doctor is, and begins to unhinge its jaw as it takes his feet and begins to slither up. And as you do, you hear this crackling and popping as Jerry's digesting him through brimstone and fire. And he covers his head, and you can see this massive like lump in Jerry's body that, with the crackling and popping and bits of smoke that pours out of Jerry's nose, the lump gets smaller and smaller until he is digested.
What is your issue? Like, what is your issue?
Well, I didn't. Well, here's the thing. I actually didn't intend for Jerry to do that, so Jerry kind of just injected him on his own.
You said, okay. When you said Jerry, I thought you meant to eat him. That's what he does every time.
Well, no. Remember, we did have that cadaver situation that one time.
Oh, where he like stores it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll rec on that. That's my
okay.
bad. He's stored, so there's the lump still.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
Yeah, it was more intentional.
So Jerry does look at you, Saber, and in Infernal says, "Can I please eat him?"
I say, not yet. Give me a few minutes. In Infernal.
I'll try.
Hold on 1 second. Do you say this out loud to him? Do you say this out loud to him, or like?
He said in Infernal.
I know
Are you gonna tell
Infernal
me?
because I know Infernal.
Since when do you know Infernal?
For a while, dude. I
think
know.
he has for
I
forever.
know 9 languages.
Got a dang polyglot.
Yeah, I think he was the one that knew the most at the beginning of the campaign.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, you hear him say that.
It's like you will not do that. I say Infernal.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, like I said before, smoke pours out, crackling and popping, and the lump disappears. As Gary's tongue flicks out, Jerry's tongue flicks out and goes, tasty. And then crawls back, turns back into your tattoo, and disappears.
Can someone else speak?
Is Boston coming up for anyone else, or is that just me?
I didn't say anything.
Again, at
Wait,
this
what?
point, I'm trying to wake up Saran.
Okay, yeah, you slap Saran awake. Saran, you shoot awake.
What? What do you want?
Are you okay?
Let me sleep. And she kind of like curls back up.
No.
So
Do you remember? I need. Do you remember? Like, did he say anything? Do you remember what he did to you?
What do you mean?
The doctor. He like drugged you or something.
It's all fuzzy. Let me sleep.
See, this is why we need him. We need to know what happened, what he did, and what he knew. And we could have easily gotten that out of him. Oh, we need to like clean up. And how are we going to explain? How are we going to explain all of this?
You guys
Did
hear...
you think about that, Saber?
You hear footsteps approaching from down the hall.
Not good, not good, not good.
Quick, shoot. And clean up. No one has freaking. No one. Does anyone have like something to clean up? Blood and
I've
whatnot.
got no spells. I could summon like a bunch of rats or something. I can summon. I can conjure animals.
Maybe try to maybe scare them away. Maybe not animals. That'd be too weird. Maybe okay. I'll do. Wait, real quick. Boston, can you probably hear stuff on like outside?
Outside of what? Outside
like the ship and whatnot.
I mean, you hear the wind and the ocean.
I'm gonna like create like I'm gonna use. I don't know if I can do is. I'm gonna try to use thaumaturgy to see if I can like outside the ship on the outside make like what sounds like a gigantic, huge splash to maybe like get their attention to see if they'll go off in that direction.
Like a splash of like a wave hitting the boat, or like something plummeting into the water.
What would get their attention more? Maybe like something plummeting into the water.
Okay, sounds something falling in the water. Go ahead and give me a. Let's call it deception.
Deception. Okay.
I'm going to say, though, that.
Well,
is it? All right, let's see.
It's not like it's not like like a because it's never been like a how well can I mimic that sound. It's just kind of
Yeah, but it's not gonna this isn't gonna automatically. This is more for does the person go like check it out?
Okay.
Because it's just I got to make it some sort of check.
Okay. My deception is a 0, so
unless there's a skill you think that would be more apt that you would like to advocate for.
A sound or app?
Yeah, like what like is there a skill that you think would be more applicable in this situation?
I think deception's the best one.
Is your persuasion any better?
No, this is all charisma, and I have a +0 in charisma.
You can think of anything else. I'm just gonna have to make it a deception.
Maybe. And most I can do is nature, like make it like sound like there's like a natural like an animal or like maybe like a big whale or something. Catch your attention. At least it's a +1 there.
That
like a whale breaches or something. And like it kind of
Can I conjure it?
I think you'd have to see.
I'll look real quick.
I think I'm just gonna make a deception roll.
Yeah, I feel like that's the most one.
Nope.
I'll roll to see if they believe it. Yeah, no. So, or not that they believe it, but that they believe it interesting enough to go check out, as opposed to whatever they're doing. But as you make this spoof, like the sound of something plummeting to the water noise, the footsteps pause for a second before resuming towards the door. I'd say at this point they are probably 30 feet away, so they're not quite in view of the doctor's door.
Okay, I'm gonna step outside and like greet whoever's footsteps.
Are you trying to like stop them before they reach the door as well?
Yeah.
Okay. As you step out, you see Hanai, who is nursing her headache, and she sees you step out, and she stops, her eyes kind of wide, and she gives a shy wave.
I'll just like smile back and like wave.
All right. Knowing Elsat, kind of out of is it just one set of footprints that I hear?
Yeah, one set of footsteps.
One set of footsteps. Okay. I think I'm gonna try to, without her maybe trying to see me, if I can. I don't know if I probably could. I think what I'm gonna try to do maybe is try to use Charm Person on her.
Okay, I mean, I think you have to see, so you'd have to peek around.
Okay, I'll see her, but then like I'll try to like hide me.
Yeah, go ahead. Throw me
like trying to use magic as much as I can. 23.
Okay, yeah, you can see her and cast this without her seeing you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Charm Person on her, which I was gonna try to do on the doctor guy. But
okay, yeah. You
try it on her.
You make a few movements with your hand, whisper something under your breath as
save.
The whisper carries over to her. That's a 12.
Nope.
All right, Aster, you see her demeanor change. Is this sort of like uncomfortableness, unsureness about you and your allies kind of washes away, and the smile she put on that was more fake now fades to a pleasant smile, like she's happy to see you. And she even like gives you a hug.
Whoa.
And then she points to her head and like mimics opening a bottle of like pills into her hand, and then goes to go around you towards the doctor's door.
Okay, I'm gonna go kind of go around the corner to kind of intercept her before she gets there. And I kind of wave at her and like a hello. Yeah,
She waves back and
I know
smiles.
that right now. And I'm gonna look to Aster and be like, and like talk to Aster, be like, will you help her kind of like direct her back over in that direction maybe, and just kind of see how she's doing, and like looking at her, ask her like, please do this, like.
Okay, I like kind of like grab her shoulders and kind of like move her the other direction.
Yeah.
She looks back
Okay.
towards where the doctor's room would be, and she once again like points to her head.
No, with my hands like saying like no, kind of.
Maybe like I like look at her and try to like signify that like he like busy, like however I should do busy work.
Okay, both of you roll persuasion with advantage.
Okay. Does that mean I just roll it twice?
Yeah, pick the high roll.
14 is better. I know it says he'll know that it's charmed by you, but like
Who dropped?
seeing that we're dealing with someone who doesn't understand the concepts, maybe of being charmed in that way. Would you say it works still like that?
You'll see. You'll see.
Okay.
Okay, 21-14, perfectly fine. She nods and is like not resisting you attempting to move her anymore as you got her by the shoulders. Where do you take her?
Just back to the kitchen.
Nice.
Like
Back to that kitchen with you.
No,
That's how it sounded like.
Wait,
Back
no,
to the
actually-
kitchen where you belong.
just kidding. I'm gonna take her to the bed room.
Okay, you take her back to her quarters.
okay. Now that I see that she's got there, I go back there and I'm like, okay, we avoided that, but we need to clean up. So wipe up any blood and try to clean it, and we gotta fix that door somehow. Boston, what would you say required to try to put that door back how it was?
How would you try and put it back? Because
I'm
it's a heavy door. So I need a strength check to lift it. But once you got it lifted, how would you attempt to or like get it to stick at
anyone
least?
else who's there can also chime in.
Oh, also Christian, can you hear or speak?
Yeah, I can hear now.
Okay.
You said strength
Everything
check.
is
Yeah, strength check to try and lift the door.
Who wants to help
Does
me
anyone-
lift the door?
Yeah.
Rendon, can you help lift the door? Or
You're
Saber?
muted, by the way.
nope. Saber's not helping. Saber
Nate.
is going to go to the deck.
Okay. You go above board. Sounds good.
Because
Without
it's
a buddy?
this and you're just leaving?
Saber doesn't hear you. Saber's kind of just ignoring you at this point.
Saber, you're going up buddyless.
Muttering under my breath, I
Yep.
will kill him. I will kill him.
Okay.
Rendon, are you there? Nate?
He's muted.
Okay, can I at least... Can I at
Rendon,
least...
Rendon would help you. Go ahead and roll with
Okay,
advantage.
I'll roll with advantage. I don't know if his strength
Ooh,
is any
17.
better than mine. 17.
So with both of you, you're able to lift the door up. Now you have it sat upright.
Okay. Oh, who's rolling? Okay.
Yes, he can. Yeah, he can.
It's up right. I guess can I make like a check to see like how to put it back on there?
So without a check, I'll let you know the hinges are fully snapped. Like the metal has split
I have a question.
because of the shrinking.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Christian, what's Saber's weapon?
Mhm.
Out of curiosity,
What do you mean?
what
Yes,
weapon does he use?
It's a longsword katana.
Okay.
and then a blood sword.
Okay, so you're using 2 light weapons.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
They count as light for him.
Okay, I was
Yep.
I was just curious about that because I was
Part of his synth, right?
like, how did he get a second attack in? But never mind.
Well, Saber has dual wield, anyways. But yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was also not during combat, so I would imagine it's a little bit different.
I mean, if he
Yeah.
didn't have a second attack, he probably wouldn't have been able to. I mean, really, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright.
It's fine.
Proceed.
Okay. That's so hinges have snapped off and whatnot.
So, like, it is broken.
Yeah.
So you would have to like weld the metal back on,
Yeah, I
or
can't.
find something to stick it.
Ooh, I have.
Hinges.
Don't have it prepared. I have heat metal.
I don't think that would really work on that.
I
It
mean,
would make it more malleable. So if you had like a successful like attempt at like forging it or like hitting it with a hammer to weld it back together, that would work. But like you said, you don't have the spell prepared.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
considering
yes,
the artistic liberties with the spells for Aster, I would imagine this would also work.
Yeah, no, I would
But-
allow heat metal to be used to. I don't allow heat metal to like melt metal, but
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
heat it up to be like malleable. I think that's fine.
Mhm.
I just don't have it prepared, dang it. The most I have is like produce flame. Could I maybe use that in a way?
You would have to.
Because like it's I
hold
get like I have it in my hand and like place it kind of against it.
I'd say you could use hold flame to try and like heat the metal up,
Yeah.
and then if you did that, would you? What would you then attempt to do?
Yeah, I wish I knew in real life like how to really be good to do that. Like like kind of like line it up with the hinges, kind of like heat it up to see if like to try to set it in there, so it's kind of malleable, and then just kind of like while Rendon's kind of holding it, like bane it with like I don't know, like the blunt end of my like short sword
Like the
to
pommel,
see if I
maybe.
can like yeah.
It's gonna make a noise, and your sword
I mean,
might have enough force to do that. But
do you have an
Right.
idea now that you're here, Nate? Do you have
Could
any
Rendon
idea?
make a hammer?
I was just muted for a little bit. I was listening. I can turn Rendon into a hammer.
Or turn
And-
into a
Okay,
hammer?
I think that'd be great.
Right,
Okay,
I am
so
ready. I can turn the hammer.
Um,
on other things.
so this will work. I will say it'll take time for the fire to heat up the hinge, and then you have 2 hinges to do. So I'm
How
gonna say
long?
it. I mean, Nate, I'll refer to you real quick because you're more of the forging expert. With like a direct, sizable flame onto metal, how long do you think it would take for it to heat up to become malleable?
It depends on the heat of the flame and the type of metal. These are steel hinges.
Yeah.
Probably.
Definitely,
It-
it's
it
definitely
is
steel.
magic being used to heat the metal
Yeah.
to begin with.
If you were to know what kind of flame it is, because like an acetylene torch, like
It's a flame.
what?
It's like a
candle flame,
Drake.
never get
What is
hot.
the damage of your produce flame cantrip?
Good question.
Because it might have increased with your being higher level. With you being higher level.
Yeah, let me hold on. Let me just look it up real quick.
So
I don't
at
know why.
11th level, it's 3d8. So it's quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
So if he's
Um,
able to constantly hold that, let's say it is like hot enough. Let's say it's not like a crazy, like it's not a focused heat.
Would you compare it to like a butane torch? Like, like if you just take one of those green canned butane, screw that little thing on, or like a weed torch, kind of those things?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's not as like condensed, but it's like a bigger flame as well.
Okay. So the
So
bigger
like
flame will
envelop
cover
the hinge
the metal.
in the flame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll cover the whole hinge, which would be nice. But you'd have to get it at like maximum heat, and it'd probably take a good 10, 15 minutes just to
Yeah.
get it red hot. And red hot doesn't even mean that it's malleable yet.
Let's say it takes 15 minutes. So it'll take 15 minutes for each hinge. So for each increment of 15 minutes, I'm going to roll to see if the people whose room these are going to come back to the rooms. So go ahead. If Drake is heating it up, Rendon, I'm assuming you're attempting to bang it into I saw a single shape, so it sticks to the side of the sticks to the hinge. So go ahead and give me.
Any tool or weapon I need, so I can even turn him into a pair of tongs or pliers to try to just twist it or bend it. But a hammer's going to be the best for now.
Is Saran also still just sleeping?
Yeah, she's just sleeping. Remember, she's exhausted. She was up all night, and now she's been drugged on top of that.
Rendon, give me an intelligence. Give me an intelligence check first. I just want a straight intelligence check.
Okay. Intelligence is a +0.
Let's go.
Let's see how smart Rendon is as far as welding goes.
Hey, pretty smart, I guess.
Okay, you got high enough. Go ahead and make a strength check with advantage.
Okay, strength check with advantage. Strength.
So you know kind of what you're doing, and now it's just a matter of applying the force to shape it.
Yep.
This is also going to be very loud, I will add.
It's extremely loud. It's going to sound like people are...
I don't think I have any other concentration stuff up. So I can, again...
Pop silence.
Pop a silence in there. And I'm just going to... I'm going to pop it so that it covers where he's hitting the hammer, but still have it so that I can hear people coming down the hall and whatnot.
The bubble's directed towards the doctor's room. You're standing outside.
Yeah, it's more like inside the room, and it's just enough where they won't hear the sound from the hammer.
That works. All right, 15. Yeah, so give it a few swings with the Trent hammer, and you're able to just kind of mash it. It is not a functional hinge. It's more of this weird lump of metal, but now it's adhered to the door.
Click clack.
So let's go ahead. Make you already made the intelligence check, so you know what you're doing. So just make the strength checks with advantage one more time for that second hinge. Taking another 15 minutes. I'm gonna roll to see if anyone comes by.
So that's a 17 for the second hit.
All right. As you are in the middle of mashing this thing back together
already,
down the hall, you can see First Mate Kaito approaching. You can see his leather boot turning the corner. Oh, I'm sorry, Tuco. I just kicked you in the face. I didn't know you're down there.
Already?
No, not Tuco.
Fuck. Okay.
I'm focused on hitting the door, and I'm in silence.
I don't think you are.
Yeah, I'm not. You're not in silence.
Just a hammer.
Shoot.
I conjure a bunch of rats behind him.
Do you?
I can, yeah. There's a bunch of rats that's in the back of the hall behind the guy. Except I would have to see them. So.
And you can look down the hall.
And I just I see him. Does he notice me? I'm gonna do just kind of a bit of a sneaky sneak on that one.
Okay, go for it.
So kind of stealthily checking down the hall. Is a 10. That's not great.
Okay, so you are stationary and you're seeing him start to round the corner. So
okay, yeah,
I mean, you make the hand motion, though he wouldn't know what it means, and you create. How many rats is it?
I think rats are just the
generic. I think the maximum amount that you can with a conjure.
Are they 1/4? Are rats 1/4? I think. So there's
what is
8
it?
Of them.
8?
Yeah, 8 of them are going to scurry down the hall towards the guy and then just run past him down the hall.
Okay, the 8
They're
rats
going to run
approach
past
him.
him.
Go ahead and make an intimidation roll with advantage.
Okay, intimidation. Is a +0. Dang it! Rendon is not a skill expert. Oof, 14.
Okay, I'm going to say he is confused by the rats that scurried past him, but is enough to scare him. But if you choose to attack him with one of the rats or some of the rats, that might be enough to do it.
Yeah, it might kill him.
Well, I mean, rats don't
like-
do that much, and
He's
you
a
can
commoner.
you can non-lethal it.
Shut up, Spencer.
If you make rats like if he is the rat's targets and they're chasing him, then I'd say you'd be able to get him away. So do you do that?
Yeah. I'm gonna have one of the last ones since he doesn't seem to be reacting to any of them. He's just like, what the? I'm gonna have one of the last ones.
Each rat a bite does 1 piercing damage. That's really only it.
It's a roll to hit and then it's one damage.
Yeah, just literally 1 damage.
Just go ahead and roll a d20.
Oh,
It's a +0. Oh, he might still be scared of a rat trying to bite him.
It's a nat 1 though, so it's more the rat goes to bite at him, but intercepts his foot mid step, and the rat gets kicked across the room and dies.
Well, that's 1 rat. That's just 1 rat. There's other rats.
Right, seeing as the rest of the rats passed him by, he's going to continue going.
And I will hopefully have them go back. The rats are going to turn around and chase him.
Okay, so the rats are trying to attack. Go ahead and roll one more time for a rat attack.
Okay. Come on. That's still not great.
I don't know how much a commoner has, but again, I feel he'll get this attention that it tries to attack him.
Let's look up a commoner.
I think a commoner has AC 10. AC 10 is usually the baseline.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not able to actually get purchase on him, but seeing the rats are attacking him, he is going to go and run away from them. So as they kind of go in front of where he's going, he's now being pushed back into the hallway.
We're back.
Attacked by rats.
Okay.
As you finish the last few swings, and the door is now essentially hammer welded to the frame, and is now staying upright. Though, if anyone took time to look at it, it would look screwed up.
Yeah. At least for right now, we can be all right. It looks all right, at least.
Right. In the meantime, Aster, you took Hanai back to her room. Saber, you went topside. Aster, what would you have done after taking Hanai back to her room?
Laid her down on her bed and did the sleep thing with my hands on my head and just be sleep, get some rest.
She closes her eyes and lays down on the pillow and thanks you.
And then I'll probably go back to I don't know where I go actually. I'll just stay there a minute, make sure she's good and stuff.
Okay. Saber, after going topside, you can see some of the crew members are just sweeping the deck. They're swapping it.
Mhm.
What would Saber do?
Saber wanted to go talk to Gideon real quick. He's on the bridge, right? That's where he's been? Or something like that?
Okay, yeah, you go into the bridge where Gideon is sat in that circle of ritual implements and candles and everything. And where the captain also is with his quartermaster and helmsman.
Okay, this is actually perfect. Gideon, I know you can't really be distracted for too long, so I'll make this quick. The doctor was possessed by a yokai and tried to hurt Saran, and
he was not possessed.
Looks like he might have drugged her.
He was not possessed, he was just evil.
The cat was possessed. The doctor was not possessed.
I think he's lying about that.
Are you
correct,
lying, or did you just not know?
I rolled deception for it, so...
Okay, give me insight, Gideon.
I mean, I don't know if I know, honestly, so...
I mean, you would know.
You know that the cat was possessed by the spirit.
Yeah, you would know that. Gideon, you believe him.
So an incident might have happened, and the doctor kind of jumped overboard.
Oh.
Okay.
And
Yeah, he's lying. Most bald-faced lies. He even does like the shifty eyes where he looks like left and right after he says it.
Yeah, and he jumped overboard. Yeah.
hold on, but how much attention can Gideon be paying?
He's
Enough to realize a nat 1 deception roll. Gideon, any response?
Wait.
We can't hear you if you are talking.
I think he said he was going to be right back, which is why I was kind of like, oh.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
He did roll the inside, so.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's why
I was back.
to.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I mean, he starts saying,
Well, you know I'm lying,
that is
so let's
that's not good. But then when he was like, oh, overboard, I'm like, are you sure he went overboard?
Well, he's not on the ship anymore, I can tell you that. It's not fault.
It's true. That's true. He's definitely not in the ship.
That's not because I'm, to my knowledge, the only other medically trained individual aboard. This is definitely not good.
I
I'm
mean,
good at
Rendon's also kind of. Rendon's been known to be good at a little bit of that.
Well, I guess that helps. But this is not going to sit well with the captain, I believe.
I know, and that's why I'm trying to. Look, as far as I know, he was possessed. He was trying to hurt Saran, and so that's why I was telling you he jumped overboard. Okay? Because we need a cover for why he's gone.
What happened to him?
Oh, well,
His family needs some closure.
Oh,
Yes, he was possessed and he was hurting someone else, but
he had a wife and kids
Well-
back home.
he was eaten by a sea serpent.
Roll deception again.
Disadvantage.
I mean, that's not a lie.
I feel like this is.
It is.
Well-
that is actually a 20. That is a 22. I don't know why it's not
Yokai-
being my reliable talent.
Yokai are real, so
Gideon
Gideon knows
Gideon would be more inclined to believe that. But
Roll. I mean, he
Okay,
have a
but-
chance.
give us another insight.
okay.
Aw.
He's so lying. He's so lying.
Are you sure about that? And if
Okay,
so,
actually, hold on. It is a half truth.
That's not okay.
I
All right,
know.
all right,
What?
Satan. Okay, Satan. But
why would you say that he went? What happened?
So like I said, he attacked Saran, right? Okay.
Okay.
You dug this
He
hole
was
for
possessed
yourself.
by a yokai. He was possessed by a yokai, attacked Saran, and in my urge to defend a woman, I might have murdered him.
how do you even know necessarily that's what happened with Saran?
Shut up, you! I already lied about that part.
It's fine. It's fine. Continue.
Well,
And then,
we
and then, I might have had my friendly snake devour him in hellfire and brimstone.
You what?
What?
It kind of sounded like what's his name? Never mind.
Oh no, you were gonna say.
I have a
No,
feeling I know, but
I'll find a gif of him.
Gotcha.
You guys will
Gideon's response.
you can see him like hesitant for a little bit, and even the spell flickers for just a second.
I'm sorry, I'm trying not to distract you. I was trying to make this quick. You're the only one who can talk to the captain.
You're asking me to lie for you. Why would I? First tell me that you are planning on murdering someone, and that this is the reason for your trip, and now you actually murdered someone in this ship.
It was retaliation for attacking one of our crewmates.
I don't know, Saber. I don't feel good about lying. Especially
I understand that.
Captain. I know him. I've known him for a good chunk of my life. It doesn't feel right.
I understand that. I'm sorry.
If you want, you can roll persuasion.
You really want me to roll persuasion?
Sure, I mean you can not want to.
Okay, it's a 17 either way.
Okay.
Look, I understand. I understand that you've known them all your life, or most of your life. But this, I literally was only trying to protect one of the people I care for, and I understand that doesn't make it right. However, I did what I did, and I'm just trying to keep people safe. And I know that's a bad excuse, but that is the truth.
You can't keep people safe by murdering them. But
Well, I murdered someone else to keep someone else safe, but he was in. I know.
You know, this is quite the trolley problem.
Gideon, can you ask him what happened to the doctor?
Yes, Captain, I was about to tell you.
It's been a while since he's returned topside.
It seems that the doctor was possessed by the yokai when he went down, and he was dispatched.
What do you mean dispatched? In what way?
They defended themselves. It was attacking one of them, and the doctor unfortunately is dead now.
You see his fists clench hard on the helm as he releases them, walks over to Saber, and looks at you and goes, "Ask him which one killed him."
I'll ask. Was it you, Saber?
I'm trying to think.
I mean, he already said that he was the one defending people, but he's just asking directly.
Yeah, so like, he already knows. Gideon knows the answer, but
yeah.
And Saber's just gonna nod and look down disappointedly.
And I tell the captain it was him, the kid.
That's what I was like. I don't know if that's realistic or if a captain would believe.
I mean, kid can kill.
He clenches his fist. He clenches his fist, looks down. They should have told me. They should have. He grabs you by your collar, Saber, and tries to lift you up. Do you let him?
Can
more blood will be spilled.
Can I? I'm trying to figure out. So, can I try to grip the floorboards with the claws on my feet, assuming I have like claws on my feet?
Yeah. I guess let's do a contested strength if you're gonna do that.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Check or save?
Check.
Okay. Okay, that's not bad for Saber.
He goes to lift you up with his old man strength, I guess, and you don't budge. He goes, damn it. Gideon, I knew something was up with them. How are we sure this isn't just some lie so that they can murder every one of us? You heard what that spirit said. 6 will die. One of them be the murderer it was speaking of.
I guess it is a possibility, but I believe him. He was telling the truth about. I wouldn't expect an evil person to tell us that they
Roll
actually
persuasion.
had to defend themselves. Persuasion. Okay.
Duh.
You're so lucky I rolled a nat 1 for him. He's hesitant. Well,
Yeah,
we
lucky
can't let
whore.
this go unpunished. I've got to let the whole crew know. Ask him where the yokai went after the doctor was killed. It could have left on to one of them.
That's true. I'll just ask. Did you see where the yokai went afterwards?
The last I saw it fly upwards, more towards top side. I don't know who it got to after that.
That would be another deception.
Yeah.
No, I'm getting there. Oh, how about a nat 20?
Hugo, come here. Come
Okay.
here, bud.
There's, yeah.
And you see terror in Gideon's eyes, and he tells the captain. He said it came upwards.
And he's very sure about it.
Assemble the crew. He steps up, goes, rings a bell. Dung, 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 dung. All of you hear it.
Okay.
Saran's out cold. She's
well,
getting her long
knowing
rest
that-
in.
knowing-
There's nothing that's stopping her from getting her long rest in. Screw you guys. She's gonna stay asleep for the next 8 hours. Nothing you can do about it.
I'm going
We're being
to.
really
Awesome, honestly.
I'll look at Rendon and be like, I'll look at Rendon and be like, can you help me pick up Saran? She can sleep, but we'll just have to carry her and bring her.
Sure. I can do that. Strength roll.
She's a bit lighter. Remember, she's half dwarf.
Do you want us to roll with advantage with each other, or just roll a strength?
You don't have
check?
to roll anything. It's fine. You
Oh,
can
okay.
lift her.
You lift her. Okay.
Sweet.
As also, kind of, this will be like a. He drugged her, and so she's like,
True.
that to kind of be like, hey.
Aster, when you hear this, do you also go topside?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can see Hanai get up and follow after. As everyone assembles up top, kind of exasperated like this again. That's kind of the demeanor of a lot of them. You can see Kaito, who is nursing a few small rat bites. Captain, there's rats on the ship. What? Never mind. I've gathered you all here. And he's having this conversation like in and around the brig, so Gideon can translate.
You mean the bridge? Not the brig?
Bridge, yeah. The yokai, apparently, has possessed our dear friend Dr. A.G. He then attempted to attack one of our esteemed guests. Which one was it again? Who got attacked?
I hold up. We hold up Saran.
she okay?
To Gideon and say she's awake but she's sleeping. She was, exhausted from last night, and then also he drugged her or something.
It was a lot of morphine, I will say. So
Yeah, morphine.
like a lethal amount.
Yeah. So Christian, to answer your question, yeah, large enough dosage of morphine that it would be lethal, but thankfully a greater restoration was performed. But
Okay. I was asking because I've had an IV of morphine before and it didn't make me sleepy.
Okay,
That's all.
Yeah, but it also didn't hit you all at once.
Not a greater restoration. I mean, a lesser restoration, but still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So it left her in a very exhausted state, even after.
Before translating that, Gideon is gonna pause for a second, like, what? And then just translate everything.
He attacked this woman, and they had to defend themselves, and this small child killed him. Where is his body?
That's the.
I just say he mentioned that it is no longer in the ship. Or
Where
Saber did.
is it then?
And I look at Saber.
I'm eating. I can't really do anything. I already told you. I threw it overboard. That's all I can tell you.
I just say they said it was thrown overboard.
The captain goes silent. Now I understand that he may have attacked you, and the yokai was possessing him, but it makes no sense for his body to have been tossed overboard.
I would, upon your curious with that, I would put down Saran, and I kind of got accustomed to, like, how, like, honorable and things are, so, like, would you say I have an understanding, like, of me bowing lowly would show humility and, like, sorrow, great sorrow. So I bow, and again, speak so they try to get you will be today. It's like, we apologize so much. We just panicked because we just didn't want to think that we're just murderers, and that maybe we brought this yokai about this ship. So we greatly apologize for everything that has happened.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion. Is anyone going to help?
Anyone else?
I'll help.
I'll help.
Aster, what do you say to help?
Sorry, we didn't know what to do.
Well, at least he doesn't hear that. Do you want me solely to roll it? I mean, because it's also going through Gideon. I don't know, like, how do you want that? Do you just want me to roll with advantage?
Gideon, what's your persuasion modifier?
1.
That's better than mine.
You can add a 1. So roll with advantage, Thomas, and we'll add 1 to the result.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Please. Come on.
It is apparent to me that by having you on this ship, my crew is endangered. Now, before I do anything, he pulls out the silver mirror. From the sound of it, the spirit has latched on to someone else. And he holds it up to get everyone else in view. What? I don't see it anywhere. Kaito, you said there were rats, correct? Yes, sir. He goes back over to the stewardess. You said there were no rats. And now I'm hearing there are lots of rats. You're shit at your job. She starts to cry a little bit. Now, the spirit is probably latched onto some rat somewhere on this ship. I apologize. I know we are taking you somewhere, but for the rest of the journey, I'm going to ask that you stay isolated. This is a dire situation. I cannot afford any more blunders and mistakes, such as killing members of my crew and tossing their bodies overboard. In the brig with the lot of you.
We accept.
Alright, as you guys are guided over to the brig, the captain takes out his keys, opens it up, and throws all of you in there with Nobaru. And then closes the door and locks it. Do any of you resist at all?
No.
Alright.
I will go with him.
Say what?
I'll go without fight.
Yeah. As for the rest of you, stay with your groups, buddy up if your buddy has been locked away, and begin searching the ship immediately for rats.
Knock it off.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but he takes a knife out and with the butt of it smashes the mirror and hands individual shards to each group. Use the shards to detect if the rats are possessed. Now, off with you.
By the way, that is
Yeah.
concentration. So, Rendon, would you have disbanded the rats?
Oh yeah, long time.
Wild
Long
goose
time.
chase.
All right.
He goes back to the bridge, pausing for a moment just to cast a almost disappointed look. What was that sound?
There's my car.
I think I'm hearing an echo from somewhere. Oh,
That's
Felina.
because I'm in there.
Yeah, that's right. All right. As he returns to the bridge, the brig, leaving you guys in the brig.
Bridge to brig.
Anything you guys do as
Okay.
time passes for the rest of the day?
Well, at first, while we're just kind of there, just straight, kind of just looking down, like not even looking at him, we'll just kind of be like, "Well, are you happy, Saber? Look what you've gotten us into.
Shut up, Drake. This is all your own fault.
How's this my fault? Tell me."
Maybe if you wouldn't try to act like a leader and tell me what to do all the time, maybe I wouldn't have done it. But
Well,
because you
clearly,
did,
I don't.
I have to digest. So it's your own fault.
Is anyone else hearing this? Is anyone else hearing this bullshit?
Get a load of this guy.
Yeah, Saber, you're the one who killed the guy and just out of the blue.
No, I
No
don't. I don't know that part. I'm saying his body's gone because Drake wouldn't mind his own business.
Except we needed his body and you decided to rebel.
And my
So-
point again is that Drake constantly tries to tell me what to do, and he needs to stop doing it.
Well, you need to stop acting without thinking.
I don't act.
Look where that got us in the. Look where that got us in the astral plane too. Don't think before
Yeah,
you
that's
act.
Oh, I don't care what you say, Drake. I will not change. I am me. So stop trying to tell me what to do and change me.
Anybody have what's the spell we want to use?
Calm emotion.
No, what's the one that you can like permanently alter somebody's
Memory?
What the
personality?
frick, Nate?
Oh, the alignment one.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is, but I know what you're talking about.
I think it's a deck of many things card.
Oh,
It's. I think it's
Yeah.
also a spell.
Yeah, it's definitely
no.
a spell too.
if you could de-off somebody to prevent them ever doing things like that again.
Oh, Igneous! And I know he's not here.
I'm kidding, Christian. Don't worry. Linda doesn't have But anyway, his only spell he can cast is the Dragon Mark, which is a feat.
Wherever Igneous is, his ear starts ringing.
Wherever.
Yeah, Saran's
Yeah, wherever.
Saran's just asleep. She was just laid down in the cage, and she's just gonna wake up eventually, just finding out she's in the brig.
Yeah.
She's like,
Anyways, who cares?
It seems that but
It doesn't matter. We're getting to our island, and then we're killing Titanus. I don't care about anything else until then.
I'm gonna turn into a fly and go spy on the captain.
A what?
A fly.
A fly? I heard fry, and that's why I was confused at first.
all right. Remember, also there is another guy in here with us too.
Yeah,
There is the engineer.
You can't just
turn into
turn.
a fly.
into a fly in
mean-
front of him.
He half smiles and waves at you guys and offers the picked apart like rotisserie chicken carcass.
I mean, I guess.
Look,
I mean, you're still fine this way.
Oh, I know.
I try not to be controlling, but sometimes when people make dumb decisions, sometimes I feel like I have to step in. First with Rendon, with his trying to heal in front of someone. Esther with her polymorphing and changing the guy into a rat. And now with this. Like, gosh
He was
dang.
a bad guy.
Yes! Okay, we know that now, but we didn't know that then.
But
Wait,
I did.
maybe
'cause
if
I'm
you-
smart.
It was a rash
Or
decision.
Drake. Here's the other thing, Drake. I had a plan, and yet you guys all decided to do something while considering, oh, does he have a plan? So instead of letting me
Okay, what was
explain
your
my
plan?
plan, you jump to conclusions and then decide to listen to what I'm saying to Jerry. How about this? How about you let me speak to Jerry next time and just let me talk it out with you guys before I do anything? Because you made me. Drake, you're.
We did not make you. You could have just been like, Drake, I have a plan. Wait. Instead, I sounded like to me that you were saying that you didn't care, and that you were just
heard
gonna
me
let him
really
eat
say
him.
to Jerry. You heard me say to Jerry, give me a few minutes, because I had a plan, and you decided to be like, no, don't do that. So guess what? I had him digest him immediately. So maybe next time you actually hear my plan out before you say, no, don't do that. Because
It didn't sound like
that
you were
made it
saying
seem
you
like
had
you
a plan.
cared
It
about
sounded
my
like he
plan.
was saying that you were just gonna let him eat him
Mhm.
later.
Guess what? That means you just jump to conclusions.
Oh my gosh.
I would say, Saber, you jumped to conclusions assuming that, yeah. Anyway,
That's actually so in character for Brendan. He like starts talking.
Yes,
And he's like,
guess what?
never mind.
I was also going off what Aster thought. And if she knew he was a bad guy, then yes, I'm going to believe her. Or is Aster a dude? I never remember if Aster's a dude or not.
Girl.
Okay.
do that.
Do that.
See, this is why I'm confused. But, no. Aster and I both... Look, I'm not even going to talk to you guys about this anymore. It's over and done with. Who cares? I don't care about you anymore. I did what I did to protect one of ours.
I love edgy Kid Saber.
Gosh.
Edgy Kid Saber's about to try to rip some feathers off.
I'm gonna turn into a fly anyways in front of the guy and go out the door.
I just flip him off.
I guess give me a stealth check.
Oh, I don't care if he sees.
Jeez.
Okay, you
Okay.
shrink,
All right.
turn into a fly, and disappear and. Bzzz.
Oh my
Did
gosh.
they take our weapons or anything, Boston?
No, they don't know you have weapons. They're all hidden in your
How,
outfits.
how do they think I killed someone then?
They haven't really looked into it that much.
Because I don't think they would believe the guy that's already locked up with us. So I don't really care. So I just do it in front of him.
He sits there and he like starts like looking where you went. He looks very confused. His eyes are darting around, and he's like starts holding his head. And he's like rocks back and forth.
Drake just like.
See, I wouldn't do that, Drake.
I know you're not. I know you're not that dumb. I don't think you're dumb.
You buzz around into the bridge area, where you see the captain, even more like focused and like he's got this like grimace on his face, and his like lip is twitching, and he's got his pocket watch clenched in his hand, and he's just kind of rhythmically tapping on the helm with his other hand.
Okay.
He seems very suspicious to me.
I think he's just annoyed. Ticked off.
He's
Thomas,
suspicious.
you're not there.
Let's kill him.
Yeah.
You don't have to put up with him. Just kill him.
Yeah. Well, now that spirit is free to roam right now, and it's a little bit stronger, so it could maybe even kill someone. And that's what we're trying to prevent.
Is it though?
If it kills a murderer, who cares?
After it kills 6 other people, or 5
Well,
other
yes,
people.
he kills more innocent people.
Oh.
Who cares?
Okay.
Well, Aster, anything you do in the bridge? I mean, there's no conversation you would understand. But the captain is just focused on getting to where he's going at the moment.
I guess I'll go fly around and see what everyone is doing.
Yeah, I mean, as you fly around the ship, everyone is kind of going around searching, seemingly gossiping with each other. Hanai appears really confused as, by this point, the charm person kind of wears off, and she's just feels very conflicted, walking around with her partner or her buddy. And yeah, it's just people searching and searching and searching, but they don't ever find anything because there are no rats.
Who was the guy that shot the yokai? Is he the one in the jail?
No.
That was it Taro?
Yeah.
No, he's not in jail. He's teamed up with Jiro.
Can I follow him around? Yeah.
Yep. So him and Jiro, they appear to also be gossiping, and they look pretty. They just have this like they're clearly bad talking somebody. But they are also searching around. But they after only like a few minutes of searching, they find one of the areas of the cargo hold and just start sitting on the boxes and smoking together. Seem like they're slacking a little bit.
Okay. I'm just gonna hang around then.
For how long?
Like 30 minutes.
Okay. I mean, as you watch them, they begin to play cards. Actually, give me a perception check real quick.
Okay.
Kitty cat.
Which kitty cats?
I don't know.
Oh, I got a 6.
It's either Balthus. No, it's Tuco. It's Tuco. Yeah. Nothing interesting happens. They play their game of cards, and then 30 minutes passes, and it seems like they're pretty much just slacking off and not actually doing what they're told to do.
Okay. I'll probably just fly back and watch the captain. I'll find a comfy spot and just sit there and maybe take a nap.
You should just to note, your wild shape I think only lasts an hour.
Oh, never mind then. I'll go back to the house.
Right, you return to the brig, turn back into yourself, and Nobaru, like who's once again like rocking back and forth, looks up to see you again, and he faints.
I'm gonna. Oh, okay. I was gonna blow a kiss at him and be like, "Mwah."
Aster.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? Why? I mean, come on. Are we just now just doing whatever we want to do without thinking about consequences?
I did think about consequences.
And you just
He's
don't care. And you just don't
He's
care?
locked in here with us. No one's gonna listen to him.
Oh my gosh. Oh, where is Igneous? I miss Igneous. He's a smart one.
When he wasn't drunk.
Right. The rest of the day goes by. You see the sun begin to set.
Around this point, Saran wakes up.
Yeah, probably. And also, I mean, yeah. So, Saran, you wake up as everyone else begins to get groggy and tiredness starts to consume them.
She just gets up, yawns, stretches.
Morning.
Oh, what happened? Wait.
It's
What
not
happened?
morning. I'm joking. Ask Saber.
What happened? As she looks towards Saber.
Saber's just ignoring everyone until we get to the island. Like, Saber just doesn't care.
Alright, fine.
I don't remember much.
Alright, I'll bring you up to speed here. So you went with the doctor, and apparently Rendon got a bad feeling off of him and said that he thought that he understood what we were saying when we were talking in common together. And so we were just kind of wondering about that. We didn't even speak to him. We went to go see him, and his door is locked, and you weren't you out. So we barged in there, and he's trying to start operating on you. Do you remember him, like, attacking you or like sticking you with a needle or something?
No, I don't. All I remember was leading him to his room. It just gets fuzzy after that.
I tell you, thank goodness for Rendon, because if I didn't get that feeling, I would have thought much, and you might be dead.
You're welcome.
But so we knocked him, we knocked him down, and we were gonna interrogate him, and then
I stabbed him with a spear.
Okay.
Wait, so you killed him?
No, well, I mean, he knocked him unconscious enough to, make sure he wasn't a threat. We tied him up, and we were going to interrogate him, but then this idiot, point to Saber, just came in and with no hesitation just killed him.
To be fair, he was trying to protect you, which is admirable.
He doesn't need to protect him because he was tied up and gagged, and she was fine.
Yeah.
And killed him, and then had Jerry eat him.
At this point,
also,
she has her fingers around her eyebrow area, and she shakes her head.
And now
you can stop now. I don't need any more of a headache right now, given the situation. She just takes a deep breath.
For rats on the ship.
What was that, Rendon?
Everybody for rats on the ship.
That's not important right now.
Oh, okay. I just thought we were giving her a cap and everything.
You don't need to. But they found out that Saber killed him, but we at least were able to lie enough to the extent that convince them that we're not just serial killers and whatnot. So they just said for right now they need us. He just need to lock us up to get us out of the way. And I'm like, I'm not gonna fight against him.
I think Saber had to lie about not being a serial killer, though. I'm not sure.
But now this means, though, is that the spirit inside the cat is a little stronger and might just be easily able to just kill someone. So I don't
I
know.
didn't hear you, Boston. Boston.
Dang it. The meows never go through.
Oh, and Aster turned into a fly.
Sometimes they do.
Oh, and Aster turned into a fly in front of him, and also turned back.
You guys hear.
Saran
Sound
turns, and she remembers the cat that was described
You
earlier.
look and you see a black cat with even more like scruffy fur. Like its fur is like permanently raised. Its tail is poofy, and its eyes have started to get these like red veins in them.
Is the one guy still
And-
fainted?
Yeah, he's fully out of it.
Alright, now that
He just went to sleep.
seeing that no one else is around who I would care, I cast again Speak with Animals.
All right, you catch him in mid conversation. He's like, "Your service will be much appreciated going forward."
What were you saying before? I missed the first part.
He didn't understand me the whole time.
No, not the whole time.
Damn it. Basically, I was saying I appreciate the help with the dispatch of that doctor. It's helped strengthen me. Memories are becoming to come back, but it is still fuzzy.
Sure.
What is this indifference that I'm detecting?
Sorry, it's been a rough
We don't believe
hour
you.
or two.
Meow.
Saran asks, "What's it saying?"
I think, can I still speak regularly to other people while I have
Yeah.
Speak with Animals up? I tell her what it's saying.
What does it remember? Anything new that could be of importance?
Yeah. Do you? Sorry, but anyways, back to you. What do you remember? What else? Any other new stuff?
Not really. What once was big blurs are now refined forms. I remember there were two of them there. I don't know what they look like though. Meow.
So now we just know there's, instead of one, there's two people that were there. Okay.
It's most unfortunate you are locked up here. But maybe that was all the boost I needed. So, thank you for your help. I brought you a gift.
It's a mouse.
No, it's like fish bones.
Oh, okay.
You can feast on the remains of the fish.
That's from my fish I fished.
Is he not weirded out that I'm not a cat anymore and I'm just a bird? Yeah, well, I guess he doesn't see a bird. He's a
He's a
human.
little more competent this time.
Does he see human or does he actually see what I am?
Roll insight.
Because, okay, insight. Oof, gosh, I'm rolling bad right now. That's a 9. Boston?
1 sec. Oh yeah, no, you can't really tell.
Okay. Well. Okay. Are you still doing something or are you just waiting?
Sorry, I was responding to a DM.
Oh, okay.
Well, enjoy your stay. I will spare you and your friends for now. All these other people seem a lot easier to kill anyway.
Also spare the Gideon guy.
I'll consider it. Good night. He turns around and lifts his leg and sprays cat piss onto the bars and scampers away.
What'd it say?
He said that it sucks that we were locked in here, but maybe with that little bit of power we got there, that might be enough. And that now he's just going to be free to kill others. I did try to say to spare Gideon at least for right now. He said he'll think about it.
This isn't good.
What should I do? Should we just kill it? I don't know. Like, will that do much?
You guys are like kind of getting tired because it's getting late, but Saran's kind of up at this point.
What if we put the cat in the bag of holding?
That'd be cool.
Should we do that? Maybe.
Saran thinks about it. Do I see the cat still at this point?
No, it's ran off below board.
I'd have to find it.
Well, I mean, me or Aster, probably me. I can like wild shape into a thing that can escape here.
And then... she just reaches into her bag, can get out of here as she pulls out a knife.
Look, I mean, any of us can get out of here any time.
Yeah.
Sir. We're choosing not to.
I can do so discreetly.
If you think you can discreetly go and put that thing in the bag.
The issue would be finding it, and as you mentioned, it seems like it is powerful enough to potentially possess others. She thinks for a moment. I can only be invisible for at most a minute.
At most, that's not a lot of time.
Then again, I can do it multiple times and buy myself some more time. But I'll burn through all my magic quickly at that pace.
I don't know if that's best.
Wow.
Ren.
Also,
getting
Boston.
Yeah.
Since I had a long rest, can I make that roll that we discussed?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yo.
I knew it. I knew it. Every time Boston says, you have to roll this to get it.
What is this?
So we're trying to, you know how he's talking about like wanting to be able to like switch out spells, not every like level up, but like hopefully a little more often than that.
Yeah.
I basically made it divine intervention rules, so he can roll once to try and like contact his ancestors to switch a spell out. But it's got to be a low roll on the D100 under a 16, and he got it. So
is that a theme for him specifically? We're kind of going with here.
Yeah, just given that he's not like a prepared caster, and it was like an attempt to. Anyway, yeah. So it's his thing, mostly because he's a sorcerer and he really can't.
Yeah.
Switch.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to think about what spell I want to put off to the side for the time being.
You know, if I next day, well, like after long rest, I could prepare stuff like locate animals or plants, so I can like locate the cat, and
I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of Storm Sphere for the time being.
I don't know why I imagine Saran singing the Mulan song when she talks to her ancestors.
Yeah, Saran, you close your eyes as you hear the crackling of a storm, and you open them to see a massive dragon head in front of you, and it speaks with the voice of many. And well, I guess it actually doesn't really. It does. It says, "Here, let me do the voice." What do you require?
Out of character, I know I wanted tongue to be able to speak, but change of circumstances have required something a little bit different. I'm gonna learn invisibility. Not greater invisibility, just normal invisibility.
Okay. You see the dragon speaks an incantation for invisibility. As you can see, in blood across your chest, those words appear and then sink in and disappear. And the incantations for Storm Sphere rise to your skin and turn into blood that travels into the dragon's mouth. And then you snap back into it.
Actually, since it's a level 2 spell, I'm probably going to try to get rid of a different level 2 spell. So,
oh, okay, yeah.
Actually, yeah, we'll get rid of Storm Sphere.
Okay.
And then I'll just add invisibility in the next little bit. Invisibility 5e. I think I can do it longer now.
Tuco, come here.
I should be able to scout around and see if I can notice anything out of the blue and maybe protect some people. I protected everyone last night, and I guess now I'm going to have to protect people tonight as well.
Okay.
You guys get some sleep.
Are you sure you're gonna be alright?
Well, you know I've been trained in this kind of stuff.
Okay. We'll keep up maybe like shifts so that if you do need assistance, just come to us and one of us will be awake. Okay?
Just make sure you don't stay up too late.
What time of the day is it, by the way?
Probably by the time Saran woke up, it's probably, I'm just going to say 8. I'm just going to make it 8 o'clock.
Okay.
You're submerged in darkness. Saran, what are you going to do to get out of the cage?
So the daggers that I have, the magic item daggers that I have allow me to teleport to the location of the dagger. So okay. I am just gonna toss the dagger outside the bars and turn invisible and teleport.
Okay. You appear outside the cage, invisible.
Okay.
Real quick, before we let him do that, I'm just gonna turn the others. I'll stay up first if you guys want to start getting some rest. Rendon, you take the next. I'll assume Rendon would. And then Aster, last one.
Take the next. Yeah, I will.
Okay.
And we need, maybe if we can pile some stuff here to look like in the corner that there is someone else here, so in case someone comes by, they won't be too suspicious that Saran is here.
Good idea.
Anyone have something? Can Trent maybe could he morph or change into to look like a person, like a humanoid?
No do. No can do.
Okay. Let's just. Ooh. I know I will. I haven't done it today. I haven't summoned in a while. I'm gonna summon Draco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna summon Draco next to him, and I'll look to him. I'll be like, "Hi, boy. We need you to just keep a low profile and don't move too much. Just pretend that you're sleeping. We're gonna cover you so that maybe people might think that you are Saran. Okay?"
He nods and then begins doing that pacing in circles thing, and then curls up.
Just just in the corner there. All right, let's cover him a little bit because I know to most people he'll look like a dog. We assumed a pretty big dog. It's funny because if we're going to also like what like, because when I first started playing Drake Warden, Draco was always started off as a medium, but like nowadays, like we would have started him off as a small Drake. So I'm like, I just imagine like he transformed like from like a small like maybe a Chihuahua or something like that into like an actual bigger sized dog.
Yeah.
In people's eyes.
Also,
so,
do I no longer have exhaustion? Out of curiosity.
After resting, yeah, it's gone.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, we do our best with like our cloaks and other stuff that we have to like cover up.
Yeah.
Cover up. Okay. All right, that's it.
Sweet. So, Saran, now that you are out invisible, where do you go?
I am just gonna go ahead and just scout around the ship and kind of around where people might be, and just keep an eye on everyone, and doing so while invisible. So just like,
where do you spend most of the time watching?
I'll kind of go around a little bit quickly, from place to place, to not like leave any area untouched for a long period of time. So I guess I'll start with the brig, and then move on down to the sleeping quarters where most of the people might be.
The brig or the bridge?
The bridge, sorry. I made the same mistake as Boston.
Got you on that, yeah.
So go to the bridge. At this point, Gideon should be done with his casting, right?
More towards midnight.
Yeah.
So let's see. So she'll go around. So first the bridge, then the sleeping quarters, for the men, and then sleeping quarters for the women, and kind of cycle around that, because that's where it's expected that people might be most of the time. At this time of day.
Would I notice like the footsteps at all, or am I too focused on the spell?
Well, it'd have to be
give me a
stealth.
Perception at disadvantage, and then Saran, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Oh,
Almost.
Just barely.
Almost.
Even though my passive perception is 25, dang.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I know, like, would he actively be like trying to?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I think what passive
But I
perception.
am also really focused on the spell, though.
Hey, Boston, I want to provide a proposition for passive perception. If your passive perception meets or is greater than the person's stealth, should we just have it to where they are allowed to make a perception check as a result of that?
That's a little too complicated.
Yeah,
because I'm not necessarily looking for you. I mainly was curious to see if I hear anything. Like, I'm not actively trying to get you, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
But yeah, I go to the bridge.
Okay.
I notice, I guess, the captain and Gideon.
Yeah, so the captain has actually sat off to the side, and the helmsman is manning the helm, and the captain's getting just a little bit of rest. And you can see the captain has adorned himself with several Fuda charms attached to like the rope belt he has and then the rope headband he has.
Okay. And I noticed nothing else out of the ordinary. Do you want me to make like a... Actually, hold on. Is True Seeing a concentration spell?
I think it might be. I don't know though.
It is not, I believe. Let me double check
But
that.
you need the eye drops or whatever. At least that's what I remember Boston had me do.
Well, if you're like a wizard, then maybe. But like, if my spellcasting is like innate,
Oh, I guess
like a sorcerer.
that does make sense.
What's your ruling on that, Boston?
I don't remember anything about eye drops, I'll be honest. Is there like
it's an ointment with the eyes that costs 25 GP, and is consumed by the spell.
Oh, I mean,
because
any gold requirement for a spell does need to be provided, even if you have a spellcasting focus.
Okay.
So I guess going forward we'll focus on that more, but just take 50 gold off of your gold count because you've used it.
Well, I'm not going to cast it just yet because doing so would drop the invisibility. Because that's casting a spell.
Well, I guess just right now take 25 off your gold from the prior use.
I think the drops are not immediately consumed, are they? It lasts for a little bit.
It says the spell consumes it.
Oh, okay.
He already used it once before. But yeah, anyway. Just give me a general perception or investigation check for your kind of searching around.
Okay.
Okay. You're not even in the like bunk area, but you do hear the sound of rustling and people getting up. And even the sound of like a shovel scraping off the ground before being picked up. And then you hear 2 sets of footprints.
She's gonna start going off in the direction of that sound.
All right. You see Taro and Jiro. I believe it was Jiro or Taro that was like made the backup engineer since Nobaru is put away. So you see they are headed down to the engine room to stock up with more coal. What is that sound?
I was gonna ask too.
I don't know.
Anyway,
don't know.
You see them go down to the engine room. Jiro begins. I think it was Jiro. I'm just gonna double check something real quick. Jiro did. He's the boatswain. So yeah, Jiro begins shoveling the coal into the furnace after opening the door to it. And Taro is just kind of standing around watching him with his arms folded, rubbing his eyes because he's clearly tired and not jazzed about having to follow this guy as he does his night chores. And as they're just kind of standing around in the darkness, go ahead and give me one more perception check. Okay. I do have dark vision, by the way.
Do I have dark vision?
Mm-hmm.
Let me check the Dragonborn stat.
I don't think they do, but I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure they don't.
They do have dark vision.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Just roll me a straight perception then.
30.
You can see the cat in the corner of the room crawling down from the pile of coals and approaching Taro.
Saran is going to get into position because she knows what's about to happen next. She's going to. So, like, how is the room laid out right now with everyone where they're at?
So there's the furnace in the middle of the room. In like the. If north is the.
Let's draw it
front
out,
of the ship.
We got a drawing board.
No, it's north of the ship. If the north is the tip of the ship, like the front, then the bottom left corner has the coal pile that the cat is crawling through. The door is also on the bottom towards the south, and Jiro is in front of the furnace shoveling coal. Taro is right behind him, and then I'm assuming you're trying around the door area as you now position yourself between Jiro or Taro and the approaching cat.
Yeah, so she's gonna kind of like she sees a couple of dangers for starters. First off, she sees the furnace, which is a hazard to begin with. She also sees the shovel as well as a potential other hazard. So she, knowing that one of them is going to potentially get possessed, she's going to place herself in between both the guys and kind of like anticipate who to stop.
So you're between both the guys?
Both the guys, yep. Are they like standing next to each other or what?
No, so like I said, Jiro is in front of the furnace shoveling.
Okay.
Taro is just behind him, folding his arms, watching him shovel.
Okay, so just behind him.
Yeah, probably like there's like a 5 feet gap between them.
Okay, so she'll kind of be like 10 feet away and basically prepare an action to like lunge at one of them just to like knock them over if one of them is started to get possessed.
Okay. So what visual cue are you waiting for?
For the she's like watching the cat. So like she's watching the cat if because the cat's eyes are glowing, right? At all?
No.
I thought you mentioned that the cat's eyes were like purple.
They had red veins in them. They flashed purple for a second at one point, but they're not actively glowing.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you sit there, see the cat. It approaches first Taro, but skirts around him, and then lunges at the back of Jiro. So I guess since you have prepared an action, are you lunging to try and like tackle Jiro out of the way, or is that the idea?
It's like the cat is Jiro the one in front of the fire?
He's shoveling coal into the furnace.
So the cat. It seems like the cat's gonna try to like push him into the furnace.
Perhaps. So just go ahead and give me a
I'm gonna
dex
try
check.
to intercept the cat. It's like just like stand in between and just have it just hit me instead.
Roll a dex check.
Okay. 20.
What? Oh yeah, I took a video of them. All right, one sec. Pull up the stat block. Okay, the cat gets a 21.
Okay. I'm going to re-roll that then. With a sorcery point. Or... Oh no, I don't have a fate dice. Never mind. Dex check. 23. Take it or leave
Okay,
it.
you jump as the cat hits you. Roll a dex strength save.
Okay. Strength save.
Yes. Okay, the cat hits you with a lot more force than you thought. It seems that the power of these two souls has really increased the strength. Or I guess one soul, in addition to the actual ghost, has empowered the cat. As it hits you in the chest, you're thrown backward into Jiro, who is in turn thrown backward into the furnace. As he hits the burning coals and begins to scream, his voice echoes up through the steam stack as all you in the brig hear this echoing, agonizing scream that echoes out into the night sky.
Saran's going to quickly react and try to pull him out.
He's dead, my guy.
How much damage he took? It's only 4 that he needs to die.
Well, no, 4 to go unconscious. 4 to go unconscious, 8 to die.
They still gonna take burned afterwards.
So you turn to grab him out of the furnace. As you grab onto them, you feel the cat jump onto your back, and it begins to try and like claw at your arm.
Okay.
So
is she visible now?
It sees him.
Oh.
It has true sight. Probably.
It crits on its attack.
Okay.
You just got crit by a cat.
I did get crit
You
by
just
a cat.
got crit by. You just got crit by
a smooth cat.
It looks like Delta's was pretty smooth.
14 points of damage.
14 points of damage.
Okay.
From a cat.
So that puts me down to 132. Okay.
How much damage do you do?
14 to him.
Right now, I'm preoccupied on getting the.
what you do, so as you're being attacked, you pull the man out of the furnace. You can see coals stuck to his face.
Is he alive and conscious, or
like barely?
Okay.
As the cat then jumps from your arm onto him.
She is going to attack the cat.
Okay, you roll.
She has a dagger on her, so she's going to hit it with
Oh my gosh, another one. Sorry, I rolled another crit. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay. I'm going to
roll this as a clash like I did before with Saber trying to stab the doctor.
Oh, okay. Let's
just
see.
Roll a dagger attack.
Okay. It's dagger +1. 21.
Cat crit and had a +4, so it got a 24. As you bring the dagger at the cat, it jumps off your hand directly into the guy's face and bites his throat out.
Dang.
Some Cujo stuff.
And then throws it into the furnace as it begins to burn. And as the man's eyes roll back, you see the cat double in size as its fur becomes more jagged and like.
Saran's going to turn invisible again.
She was invisible.
Eyes are
attack. Never mind.
Turns to look at you. Its paws are massive. Its claws are daggers. It begins to growl and approach you slowly.
I'm not sure if you heard me, but she did turn invisible again.
Its eyes still track you.
Okay.
Yeah. They said they saw you.
Gotcha.
Spencer.
I'm just turning invisible so that way the other guy wouldn't see me and mistake me for being the one to do that.
You would have dropped invisibility when you tried to stab the cat.
Yeah.
But for a split second, you were visible.
So, given the situation that I'm in, I know I said invisibility I'm casting. Can I have it cast as greater invisibility?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you go invisible once again. You hear Taro scream as loud as he can, and he bolts from the room.
Okay.
Cat continues down low in the hunting position, approaching you and kind of just growling low and kind of hissing.
You want a tango, huh? I'm going to go ahead and prepare my static surge so I can have better action economy.
Okay, a bit of lightning flickers across.
And let's see. So I got my static surge up. That's 10 mana. Okay.
All right. Anything?
She is going to. Make a strike toward it.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. Go ahead and roll the hit.
She'll just do a normal dagger at first. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And damage will be. Since I am a swashbuckler and it's just a one-on-one, I do get sneak attack. So it'll be the damage plus the sneak attack. So 13 damage to start with.
13? All right.
That's 11, isn't it?
Wait, 11, sorry.
Okay.
How big is the cat actually at this point?
It's like the size of a greyhound.
Okay. Gotcha.
I think that's a big cat.
Pretty bad on the damage here. Pretty bad rolls. 1 and 2 2s.
So as you swing your dagger at it, your knife cuts into its flesh, having to tear through the thick, matted fur. As you draw a bit of blood. Is that your attack?
That will be my attack for the turn.
All right.
Because that's my action and bonus action.
The cat is then going to make a leap at you. As it's going to attempt to latch onto you. So let's go ahead and do another contested dex check.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna source quit that. 21. That's better.
All right. It goes to jump out at you, but you bat it back, and it lands on its feet, back on the ground. It then approaches and opens its mouth as you hear it begin to hack up something. And you can see a pitch black hairball begin roll into its mouth, and almost using the tendrils of hair like arms, launches projectile style right at you. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah.
And in fact, make 2 of those.
2 of
using
those.
a hairball.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if I have anything that would help me in this situation. No? Okay. There's the first one. And there's the second one.
Okay.
Wait. Hold on.
Sure.
Robe of the Archmagi. 1 second, I'm checking that up.
You have advantage on saving throws against spells or magical effects. That's all it says.
Would this be considered a magical effect?
No, it would not.
Okay.
Okay, so this hairball launches at you, wraps around your mouth, and begins to pry your mouth open and launches down your throat. As you see this purple haze begin to rise from your body, and this being wrestle control away from you. As you are thrown back into your mind, a door opens and you land into a padded room and the door shuts.
You just got possessed by a cat.
And you see this orb floating in the middle of the room, and through it you can see what your body sees. And you are wrapped up in a what are those jackets called?
Straight jacket.
Straight jacket, yeah.
Nice.
Well, good job, Serena.
She didn't want to be controlled by Igneous, but she'll be controlled by a cat. Rude.
How would that work, by the way?
Great question. All right, your body now possessed. I'm hearing feedback. It's muffled echo. I think it's coming from you, Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just noticed it too.
All right. Now you feel your body. Actually, let me roll something real quick.
Is there any way I can try to wrestle back control?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Your body begins to move on its own, leaving the engine room, and begins to head up to the top of the deck.
Hold on.
Still invisible?
No, the invisibility drops.
It's invisibility lasts for a minute with the greater invisibility.
So where was this happening again, real quick?
In the lowest level of the ship in the engine room.
Do any of us hear any of this, or like hear like the one guy like
You heard
screaming,
the
trying to
wailing
run?
screams. Yes, you heard the wailing screams.
Okay,
As
hearing
those
this.
of you topside do see the captain wakes up, and everyone wakes up and begins to come out onto the deck, looking around like curiously.
Upon hearing the screams, Drake would have like been like, okay, because actually, how far after she left did this happen?
It must have only been like 10-15 minutes.
Okay, so since I was the one that was awake, I am going to. Upon hearing this, I'm going to be. Oh shoot, that's not good.
So, Boston, before we continue on all this stuff, the first save is a wisdom save when it's trying to make some sort of... the first save seems more like a dex save.
No, you were rolling against possession twice.
Because the first one seems that it was trying to hit me with something, and then it was trying to possess me.
No, it's not. So the hairball was more the vessel. It wasn't actually trying to like hit you with an attack. That was the way its possession worked.
Okay.
Okay, but upon hearing this, I'm going to rouse everyone and be like, "There's definitely something going on," and I'm not just going to sit here because I don't know if Saran's in trouble or not. So, the only one I'm talking to is either muted right now or is Felina dropped.
Oh, what did you say?
I was just telling everyone what I tell everyone what I heard, and that there's something going on, and I feel like something bad might have happened.
Yeah, so Felina had to leave early, but
so I say we just can't worry right now. We just have to get out of here.
Okay. We'll work on that.
When Saran left, like I don't remember what you did. Did you like pick it and then like
She used her dagger to teleport out.
To teleport out of it? Okay.
I'll say, Saran, as you're heading up towards the top, you pass by the crew quarters. As you feel your body head into the room, still brandishing that knife, and goes over to the nearest person. At this point, there are not many people down below. A lot of people are up top. Though there is... Here, let me go back up to where they are. Yeah, so the helmsman... Not the helmsman, the quartermaster is down there sleeping. As your body approaches, raises the knife above its head, and plunges it down into the body and rips the throat open as you feel another presence enter your body. Go ahead and roll another wisdom save for me.
Okay. 19.
Okay. You kind of feel yourself being held down by two separate forces, and this third force tries to hold you down, but you're able to kind of hold it off.
Another force. Interesting.
As your body then begins to head up towards the...
So I'm still possessed, even with that wisdom save.
Yes. Essentially, you resisted the new soul that just got absorbed.
Okay.
Oh, so it doesn't
still
count.
So you are... Yeah, so when you roll next for a wisdom save to break out of this, you only have to beat 2.
Okay.
As the rest of you guys, everyone... most of the people were up in the bridge anyway, so they begin to leave the bridge, look around. Taro has completely, in hysteria, run up to the top of the deck and runs past the brig towards where the captain is.
Okay. Upon seeing this, I'm like, yeah, we're getting out of here. We don't care. So I'm going to... I remember, did they lock it like with a key or something?
Yeah.
I would figure so. Yeah.
Okay. I can just get out just fine. Rendon, are you able to just get out pretty easily? Rendon? Nate?
Sounds like
I don't know
he's
what he's
talking,
doing.
but I can't hear.
Nate, what are you doing?
I'm just hearing the background noise. It sounds like he's doing something.
Also, just for,
Hello, can you hear me?
I guess,
Oh,
Oh,
I
we hear
heard
you
you.
now. You're just really quiet.
very distant. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think I can try to get out. I think.
Drake not wanting to waste time. I'm just gonna wild shape into like a fly. And I'll just say like, all right, catch up.
You turn to a fly, and
I imagine if Aster would want to come, she could also just do the same.
I don't think she has more
Yeah.
any more wild shapes.
Or does she have how many wild shapes does she have?
She's used 2.
I think it's just 2, and she uses both of them.
I don't remember if you got more or not.
You don't really until you reach Archmage, when you can just do it as many times as you want. It's a little weird.
True.
But, I mean, she will. She can also just turn to vines, so she'll
That's
just
true.
go to the bars, turn to vines, and squeeze out of them.
Yeah.
Saber, are you doing anything?
Nope, I'm staying in here.
As Taro screams running past, you see a bloodied Saran rise to the top deck.
Saran?
By the
She says
way,
no.
after hearing the screams, Gideon is just gonna try to pray faster.
Faster, faster, faster.
Yep.
Faster, faster, faster.
Here's what I'll say, Gideon. Roll me a religion check.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with
We're-
just continuing.
We're
but
close. We're close to the finishing of your spell.
Okay.
So just roll a religion check. If it's high enough, I'll say it will. Oh, okay, never mind.
I rolled so low.
Why everyone's rolling so badly today? Can we not like?
I mean, it makes him more vulnerable, I guess.
Yeah. So
I
she
also
says
have this advantage on checks, so that's not even the better roll.
Oh, that's true. Well, it could probably actually could be the better roll.
She says nothing and just simply continues walking towards, or actually not even towards, kind of past, almost like towards the bridge.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to charm person her. Like it's like Taran, talk to me, answer me.
Saran, roll me a wisdom save.
Well, that'd be a
Okay,
fail
Saran,
against this DC.
you are
Okay.
charmed. But Drake, you see that Saran just continues past.
Ah, shoot, Dana Saran. I don't blame you, but this is not good. This is
Do you
not
even know what's
good at
happening,
all.
though?
I think I'm pretty sure I have a good idea.
Do you want to try and roll insight?
I mean, I'll roll inside, I guess. No one's here. I'll give myself guidance because I really want to make sure. But D4. Ooh, good. 17.
Okay. Something's wrong. This is not Saran.
Knowing that it's not Saran and that there's something possessing people or things around here, I could put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, this is like worst case scenario right here. Gosh dang it.
Are you gonna do anything to stop her?
Yeah, hold on. Is Rendon, what was Rendon gonna do to try to get out?
Oh yeah, Rendon.
He can't get out. He's gonna have strength.
Sounds like you're
Well-
inside of a pillow right now.
Say what?
It sounds like you're speaking through a pillow.
You're really muffled.
weird. One sec. Is that better? Worse? Better?
A little
Worse?
bit.
Yeah, a little better.
Yeah, a little better.
Is that better? Is that
That's
better?
good enough. We can understand you.
Okay. I'm speaking through some AirPods, but he's gonna see if Trent can go and observe the lock mechanism and see if he can turn himself into the key for the lock.
Okay.
Because Trent can turn into any item or tool I need. It's just whether or not he can figure out how to make that lock or the key for the lock.
Roll sleight of hand with advantage.
Ooh. Let's see. Sleight of hand. Brendan has a +2. So it's not amazing, but it'll have to be.
With advantage. Hey, 18. That's not bad.
Trent turns into the key, twists, and the door opens.
Cool. I just step out for a sec and then come back to table.
Is this like, do we
No.
see Saran? Is this we're still next to the brig? Like really close by?
Saran has now passed the brig.
Brig or bridge? I'm confused now.
Brig,
The
the
brig-
jail.
It's a brig.
She passed
Okay,
the jail.
jail. Okay.
Wait, oh, she passed it? Like we like did she pass it after we had gone out or beforehand?
As you were like talking to her, she was walking around. And because you haven't done anything to stop her yet, she's walked past.
Well, I was just kind of I was just like waiting. I was just waiting to see what Rendon was doing. Like immediately upon seeing her, I first tried that, and then I would probably the next thing I would say is that if I'm definitely within range, just the shouting of the brig, I'd be like, Saber, Saran's in trouble. You wanted to protect her. She needs to be saved. So if you care at all about her, please come out. Does Saber say anything?
Christian? Oh?
He's muted too.
I think that means he's asleep still.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, be selfish, you fucker.
Wow.
Drake is angry.
He is like I don't like that too, but like this is Drake. He is.
Oh, it's the middle
Hold
finger.
on.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. He is. Saran is continuing towards the bridge.
Okay, I gotta think. Pa. Gosh, man, I don't have that lot of magic for that kind of thing. We need to stop her from getting up there and hurting others. We need to hold her here. So I'm just gonna create in front of her where she's walking. I'm gonna spawn the wind wall.
Okay. You conjure up magic as you hold your hand out. A wall of wind erupts.
And kind of also kind of like pushes her back. Yeah, so like that it pushes her back towards where we are.
When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a strength saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage on a failed save or has much on a successful save.
Saran, roll a strength save at advantage.
Okay.
With advantage.
Possession power, baby.
Nat 20.
Okay. She'll take the
Their strength is 0?
Half as much as the successful one.
Yeah, so let me roll 3d8 real quick.
Why do you guys always succeed when you shouldn't? It always happens. When
I don't know if there's a should or shouldn't.
Saran, take...
It's like when you were possessed by the knife, and it's just like you needed to fail, and you kept on just succeeding. It's like, bro.
Take 6 damage and roll 2 wisdom saves.
Okay. You said 6 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 126 is what my HP is at. And 2 wisdom saves. I guess there's my 2 wisdom saves right there.
You feel one of the forces let go of you, but one still has a hold, and you are still possessed.
Do I notice at all anything about like a spirit leaving? Or I can't tell any difference?
I guess
there's nothing that you can see.
I guess I can just picture myself in the mind just like escaping from the straitjacket, but still being locked in the room almost.
Yeah, something like that. Part of the straitjacket's off. You're banging at the door. As she just walks straight through the wind wall.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. Anyone else who's there? I'm sure Brendan's there. If we're gonna like do like some sort of initiative, I'll let
Brendan.
Brendan.
Is there anything you'd like to do?
Nate.
What do I want to do? I think I'll just follow for now because I'm still like, Brendan is not the smartest person in the world, and we've seen that in some of his choices. He has a 0 for intelligence, or +0. So he's still trying to work out what's going on and why Saran's doing what she's doing. So he's going to follow just a little bit behind Drake for a little bit.
Would Drake at least explain it?
Yeah, I would tell Brendan like she's being possessed by the spirit. Seeing that the wall isn't pushing her back. That way, so at least we can walk through it. I would let it go.
Okay. Wind dies down.
Did I decrease the amount of my spell points for that? I'm trying to think if I did. I think I did. Actually, I don't know if I did. I'm gonna assume I didn't and just be safe.
At this point, she is almost at the door.
Okay. Brendan, you're just gonna follow?
Yeah, I'm gonna be really cautious.
Again, did I notice anything, Boston? I can't remember.
I guess I'll give you an insight check, but it'll be pretty hard to realize that.
Guidance, insight.
Yeah, no, you have no idea.
Yeah, even with a D4, that's probably not enough. Ooh, especially with that roll.
Yeah, so Brendan, you follow her as she enters into the bridge, stops, looks at the captain, and she begins to get down on all fours as she transforms into the dragon form.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Raises her head as lightning begins to spark within her mouth.
Like, I'm following right behind her, and like I'm not gonna just let her attack.
I'll give Brendan and Drake each a chance to try and stop this.
Also, do I notice this?
Oh yeah, you see her walk in, pretty much right in front of where you are, transforms into a dragon, and looks Captain Hikari straight in the face, who is now up against the wall, clutching that pocket watch of his.
I am going to move in between the captain and Saran.
I'm going to try to hold her.
Stop casting the spell?
Well, I mean, how are you ruling that I'm casting the spell? Like, am I just like moving around, or am I sitting down? If I'm sitting down, and then yeah, I would stop casting the spell.
Imagine you were sitting down, like it's a sort of a sit down and do what you're doing in the situation.
Okay, I'll stop. Yeah, I'll stop and then run to interpose myself in between Saran, seeing her that she's about to shoot him with something.
I'm gonna hold person. Gonna try that.
Okay, Saran, make another wisdom saving throw. Also advantage again.
Quick question though, would hold person work since she is a dragon?
Oh,
right now
that's true. It'd have to be hold monster.
Oh gosh, it would be. Hold on. Okay.
Do you have hold
Gideon,
monster?
what do you say you were doing?
Me?
No,
if you have something.
Did you say you were doing anything? I forget. Josue?
What?
Did you say you were doing something other than like getting up and standing between?
No, just like kind of covering the captain with my own body once the... Like, I'm not doing it right now, but I'm just going to try to do it if Suran actually shoots her lightning at the captain.
Okay. Rendon, what are you doing?
I'm gonna check something real quick. Because Rendon's 2 feats are the Dragon Mark and the Greater Dragon Mark. I'm trying to see what this one let me do. Because it was handling, so spells, he has Beast Sense and Dominate Beast.
Oh.
Would Dominate Beast work in this case? I feel like
I don't know. If Dominate Beast says it only works on beasts, then no. But if it's like a...
You attempt to beguile a beast, you see.
Yeah, so it would not work.
Okay.
Dominate Monster would be required for this situation.
Okay.
Call him Serana Monster? Goodness.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let me see something real quick. Might have something here. I just want to check on this. Okay. Just can't. Okay, so I see her trying to charge up like an attack or something. Right?
Yeah, she's about to use her breath weapon.
Okay, she's gonna use her breath weapon. Sorry, I had a plan, but then I forgot. Yeah, she's a dragon, so that doesn't work. Cena just doesn't want her to hurt anyone else. Even if he hurts her, he's just gonna try to attack her.
Okay, roll an attack.
Okay. Yeah, just kind of conjure my short sword, and I'm just gonna charge in and attack. Is it 26?
That
Yeah,
will hit.
All right, take 8 damage, Saran, and roll another wisdom save.
Okay, 1 second. I need to, because this is Dragon Health Pool that I'm looking into, and I don't have my character token right now, so I can't just keep track of both casually. Young Blue Dragon, 152. So it's gonna be 144 out of 152 for that. Okay. Wisdom save. Just one or just
Just one.
Okay. 13.
All right, you are still possessed.
You can't like roll. Are you out of your sorcerer?
Actually,
points, or?
hold on. I have an inspiration. I'm using it.
Yeah. Roll again.
19.
Being holding on to an inspiration for forever.
Yes!
You're pounding at the door, and then you remember that one time you did something real cool. I forget what the reason was.
It was
it was
me just nerfing her abilities.
Oh.
Or was it
how you nerfed
like
yourself.
It's like, man, that was stupid.
We had that talk with us and
you think about how, your friends are counting on you. Everything's riding on you. There's been too many bad things going on, and this pushes you to make one last effort as you punch the door, and it shatters as you return back to your own mind. And you can see the dragon vomit black bile. And that black bile surges, I guess, into Gideon, because he's standing right in front.
oof.
Oh boy.
The healer.
So Gideon,
becoming the murderer.
Make 3 wisdom saves.
He's a cleric,
Okay.
so.
Come on.
Well, I have disadvantage though.
No,
One?
that's checks. That's checks. You have
Oh.
disadvantage on ability checks.
Later.
So you have
Okay, so there's
25.
2 there.
Okay,
Okay,
one
that was-
fail. And okay, only one.
1 is enough.
But at least
Especially not 1. No, 1 is only
Yeah.
holding you, though. As your mouth opens, the black bile surges in, and Gideon becomes possessed as he turns around to face the captain.
What's the state that Saran's in right now?
the man who says that he won't hurt anyone is gonna try to hurt.
Saran probably feels violated, and that feeling of the hairball going down your throat is still there. You got the heebie-jeebies.
Okay.
But you're back in control. But Gideon is going to reel back and attempt an unarmed strike against.
No, because I don't have any weapons.
Can
So, just
Saran
roll
try
a-
to stop Gideon?
Yeah. Let's just do a clash scenario like we did before. So you roll to attack Gideon.
Yeah,
And
so
we'll
it's just
have
gonna
Saran
be
roll.
like a almost like a shoulder in her dragon form. It's like move out of the way. Get down, Mr. President.
Get down, Mr. President.
Okay, so an unarmed strike is what, like D20?
Plus your strength modifier.
So D20.
Do you want me to just do dragon attack, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. 30 to hit.
Okay, you bump Gideon out of the way as he flies into the wall, and his fist misses.
Do I need to roll anything else?
Unless Saran, were you wanting to deal damage?
Yeah. She
I think she
she
understands.
realized that when she was hurt that she was able to gain control again. So she's going
Roll
to
damage.
Also, Boston, with regards to that, would the spirit see the ability stuff?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, Saber. You can
okay.
be an actual menace if you'd like to.
It's just gonna be bludgeoning because it's just instead of a claw
Bump.
attack, it's just a
Roll another wisdom save, Gideon.
Okay.
and
Okay.
24.
Possession ends on you, and now the black bile goes over to Captain Hikuri. As it-
And I got.
Seeps into his mouth, and the possession takes hold.
Are we able to intercept that at all? Maybe.
It's more of a spiritual energy, so not really.
God, Gideon, what do we do? It's just gonna keep happening.
You see Hikuri begin to slide up the wall, and his
Saran's
fingers begin to snap back.
It's like The Exorcist.
Can Saran just try to grapple Captain Hikuri in the
Sure.
dragon form? Let's see. What's the they don't have proficiency with athletics, but it's just a
Saber, what
strength.
are you doing? You can unmute yourself.
Plus
Did you see the thing I DM'd you?
Oh no, my DMs don't I don't get the notifications for them while I'm on my computer.
Okay, check that, and then you'll understand why I can be an actual menace.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna sorcery point that.
All right. Yeah. Saber, you do that.
What is he doing?
I do,
don't like this.
I do have this though.
What do you do?
I don't think he's doing anything yet.
You guys see
Oh.
the eyes of the possessed Captain Hikuri go even wider.
Oh
And you
no.
can see this black bile seep out of the eyes, and the old muscles of Captain Hikuri begin to expand and stretch as the possession
happened.
gains more strength.
Gosh dang it.
I said I can be an actual menace, and I meant it.
Okay, well I'm
Okay.
rerolling the athletics check regardless. That's a nat 1 now. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you go to grab at the Captain Hikuri, but he grabs you by the arm and somehow in your dragon form throws you back as he reaches up to his own neck and wraps his hands around, gripping his chin and twists as his neck spins around, breaks with a sickening crack, and spins so hard that the flesh tears and his head flies off in a geyser of black bile, pinning it against the ceiling as this begins to splash down around everyone, and then the body and the head fall to the ground in a black puddle as a purple visage of a young boy rises out of the body.
That's 5 dead right now, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Finally! I've sought my vengeance. I am complete.
Who was it?
The doctor and the captain.
What is happening? Saran? Drake?
This deserves a bit of an explanation. We were able to talk with the spirit earlier, and we had no intention of following through with its desires. But look what that got us. It didn't remember who its killers were. In order to remember, it had to kill them. Looks like it did that. The doctor and the captain.
Gideon is about to pass out, by the way. He's not a fan of body parts just falling off.
Gideon, there was something interesting inside of you.
What? What are you talking about?
Very interesting. And I still haven't met my quota.
Yes,
What
you
are you
have.
talking about?
You killed
What do
who
you
you
mean?
want. You killed who it was that you sought vengeance with. So be
Yes,
gone.
But I sought out 6. Why not one more?
Here, let me find the thing that it said.
Oh no, he knows.
Yeah.
But whatever is inside Gideon is intriguing him a lot.
Is he approaching Gideon at all?
He's more just kind of staring at you.
That's not good.
Gideon cannot hold the gaze, by the way. He's just looking away because he is terrified.
Who should I choose? And he begins to walk around the room.
The debt has been
Saran,
settled.
Your abilities, those were quite interesting.
The debt has been settled. Leave.
I don't think I want to. I'm a free spirit now. Nothing's tying me down. And I have a lot more power than I did before. They weren't the only ones that wronged me in my life. There's a lot more people like them out there. If I could have what's inside you, Gideon, I can make them all pay. Every single one of them.
What is he talking about, Gideon?
I have no idea.
Saran, can I make a persuasion check to the spirit?
Sure.
Okay. She's going to say, "Are you ever going to be at peace then, if you continue to do that? There will never be peace for you. Leave so you can be at rest. You settled the debt. That was your own. You got your revenge. So leave in peace. Please."
I'll help too. If I chime in, it's like we had an agreement, right? We would help you be freed. You have to agree to that, okay?
Yeah, go ahead, roll that persuasion check at advantage.
Okay. Advantage. Baba Boosh. Sorcery point. Baba Boosh.
That's better. Could be better if you the highest roll is a 12.
22 is still really good.
It's still good, but like it's just crazy that 4 rolls, the highest was a 12.
But still, I have a plus 10, so
I mean, I guess it depends because as good as the roll may have been, if the spirit doesn't really want to, or it doesn't have a good reason, then
because I'm sure it's a high DC that Boston.
yeah. But then again, I did ask if it wanted to be at peace, and it will never be at peace if it continues down this path.
Anyways, we'll let Austin.
I'll be at peace when all the people like them are dead. That's when I'll be at peace. I can't pass on knowing more kids like me are going to be murdered just for damn experiments.
Experiments?
That's a fair point.
That doctor, he collects body parts. The captain helps him. They killed my family. Both of them. And there are more people like that out there. And the power that's in you, Gideon, that's the power to end them all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How about, let's make a deal. Gideon, let me reside within you. I won't control you. I'll let you go as you are. But I want to be there when that thing comes out.
I am not sure yet what you are referring to. And I do not want to partake in any violence.
Oh, you won't have to. It'll be all mine. You can sleep soundly in the back of your mind while I do it. And once I am pleased, you can have your body back. But that's the only way I leave. It's the only way this ends here tonight. Otherwise, I'll possess her, and I'll rip you limb from limb and force it out of you.
Gideon, I don't know about you, but I would prefer not to be possessed again, and also it'd be ideal to... I understand it's a hard choice. Just really think this through. She kind of like interrupts herself and just thinks about it.
Cannot permit it. Whatever it is, whatever power I may have, I'm not even aware of it. And this spirit wants to use it.
Yes, Christian, it is.
I can't. You guys are strong. You said it yourselves. Well, I can be of assistance.
Say it one more time, sorry.
I just basically said that I'm not doing it, and you're strong because you said it, and I can help. That's all he said.
Well, if you're not comfortable with that, maybe I can hitch a ride with another. If they continue traveling with you, then I'll be there to watch. And then once it happens, then I'll take your body.
Okay.
Is there any other among you that would like to be my vessel?
Yeah.
Depending on your answer, but
Yeah, Christian.
Depending on your answer, I'll volunteer.
You can appear there in a second. You're there.
Ooh, me.
Saber appears in the doorway.
Is Rendon?
Rendon's there, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
Also,
This other spirit right here, and I point to Trent. So I was like, I'm pretty sure I could handle you.
No,
if you want,
I don't think that's how that works.
I like this one's bloodlust better. As the spirit of the boy approaches you. You guys both the same height.
This also has an interesting thing possible. I want to see if Boston picks up on it.
That's not a good sign.
Fine. I'll use this one for now. But if you part ways, I'm clinging to Gideon. I'll follow him wherever he goes. I have to see it.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, what? Wait.
Huh?
And Gideon is going to cast something.
Does Gideon know banishment?
He does.
Guys, I want to see if Finn will just kill this dude outright.
Do you say that out loud?
No, just you can.
Well,
regardless if
Gideon
banishment
doesn't know.
fails, then
I already have a demon in my head. He might as well just kill this dude.
Well, is he gonna try to banish it?
No, that's not it.
Are you just trying to banish the spirit or Saber?
No. I am trying to see if there's anything else that I can use instead of banishment.
That's actually a good question, though. How will that work?
Do what you think Gideon would do.
Josue, I'll give you a minute to pick a spell.
Okay, sorry.
Boston, did you consider that before?
Well, I love the concept. I would love. I'm thinking about it now.
Because you're like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. I don't think Finn would let someone else possess me.
Just a case here of I'm not sure if anyone would think that because of just how Saber has been. So I don't think anyone would be thinking that he's trying to do that.
Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna cast anything. He's more in shock to know that the captain and the doctor were killing people too.
That's fair.
So he's just going to make the attempt, but not really do anything because he's just he's really confused and scared.
You try and bring up some sort of incantation, but you can't pick one, and you fumble over your words as the spirit steps into Saber's body, and the glow seeps into him. Saber, for a moment, you are thrown into your mind, and you're standing there, and that boy is standing next to you, and you hear a voice echoing as if you're in a cave. Wait, do I have an echo voice effect?
You do.
You do.
I do.
Is this working? Is this echoing?
No.
No.
Dang. Okay. Anyway, why isn't that pulled up? It's closed. The voice mod thing. Lame. Okay. Oh, wait. No, what? This is so stupid. Oh, there we go. What's this sound like?
It doesn't.
Sounds normal.
You're just normal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Say again.
Hello?
I thought I heard like a slight echo at the end of the last one. So will you speak into the mic?
I'm speaking to the mic right now.
I thought I heard something.
It's interesting.
There is no echo.
It's interesting because it's almost as if the captain put up all the charms, not because he was afraid of spirits going after his crew, but rather spirits going after himself.
Is it working now? Is it working now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, little boy, but this body is already a little crowded. We won't take you, but that power you've got there. I'll take that. As chains appear out of nowhere and begin to wrap around the boy's spirit and pull him away and into the darkness. As you can see red veins surging through the darkness around you as Finn's face appears in the wall. And his eyes roll back in euphoria as he laughs, and you can feel strength surge into him. On the outside, you see chains burst out of Saber's skin and wrap around his arms, his legs, and his torso. And small horns sprout out of his head.
What is happening?
You find yourself back in your body.
We see that he sprouted horns and chains.
Yep.
Oh, this is actually so cool.
You
Saber.
Okay, Saber.
Yeah, fine.
Are you any more bloodthirsty than usual?
I don't think so.
Saran is going to do true sting, so she will expend the material components for it. Let's see. Equipment. Basically, she's going to see if she sees any more aura around Saber, indicating the child's still there.
Okay. As you do so, you see, instead of that purple aura, it's a deep red, and it's about 5 times as big as normal.
Can I roll like an Arcana to see if I would recognize almost as if it's like some sort of different presence?
Sure. I also note, Saber, you begin to grow a few inches. You get to the point where you're about the size you were before.
No, do I lose my bonus? Do I lose my bonus that I had to Dex?
For the moment, yes.
But I still have the intelligence.
You're still the mind of a child. Your body has just now kind of grown with the strength.
19 Arcana.
Did you know about Finn?
No.
I feel like that's. I feel like
anybody.
Okay,
I would not fool anyone.
there's a lot of times where like stuff like that, like it's hard to say like we've had that conversation, but I feel like
Saber,
there's
would
certain
you
things-
have?
No, I never would have told anyone.
because like the others of us, don't we know?
No,
I didn't. I
It
don't
was-
think I
it
told
was-
you that. He's
no,
estimating.
it has never been mentioned.
Yeah, I don't think it has. It's been something
It
he's
does
kept
seem-
a secret.
That Saber has taken the power of the possessed child, but you see no like trace of the child's control, and all you get is this deeply demonic energy.
Saran, what do you see?
Saber.
Mm-hmm.
Is the spirit gone?
You could say that.
Then what's this other aura I see around you?
Nothing to worry about. It's something I've had all my life.
What are you people?
Is it have to do with your previous possession by a demon?
Gideon looks more and more worried by the second of this conversation.
How do I answer that?
Because we know about the him being controlled by what was his name?
Finn.
Who was Finn?
It was Finn.
That one was possessed by Finn, actually. That one I think
He
was
wasn't
somebody
really
else.
controlled. They were like merged together,
He was
Well, we don't know though.
and then Finn was. They're both kind of controlled to be evil. I mean, Finn is kind of evil already, but it's
Well, yeah,
like
he's-
the demonic aspect was enhanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't one of the other hellhounds affecting that one?
Nope, it was Legion was training Saber
That's-
and the
that's-
Finn, the Saber Finn mixture, but
That's what I was thinking of. Sorry.
Because we know that there was something kind of possessing him or doing something. That's why, like, so that's why Valtari used her like scythe thing to like pry like something soul out of him or whatnot.
like split them.
Yeah. So I mean, we would kind of know about like that. So that's why Drake would be like, is it that? Like, do you still have the traces of them?
It's a little bit of that, yeah.
Saran and Thieves' Cant will say, you're going to tell me about this later.
Saber just thief against back. No, I won't. That's my own story.
Did you have a feeling that this would happen? That this trace would take over?
Mhm. It's not going to take over,
The
but
Helmsman-
I had the feeling that the town would be there. Vanquished. That's the
The
word.
Helmsman and Taro are inside this room, by the way.
That's true.
Saran
They're pinned against the wall,
Saran transforms
paralyzed
back.
with fear.
Gideon, what? I don't know. What we're gonna do with this?
I think we need a translator at this point.
I think if only we can modify their memories.
Drake, they need an explanation. That's that.
I need an explanation.
You will get an explanation as you translate.
No, I need an explanation now.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll get it first. There's this organization that we are after known as the Dark Bishopric. Effectively, long story short, they work for a group of demons. We are currently after some of those members. Effectively the head, you could say, or part of the head of the Dark Bishopric. One of the heads.
Remember this Shadow Assembly.
Is it Shadow Assembly or Dark Bishopric?
He's Shadow Assembly. Titanus is Shadow Assembly.
Okay, but still, it's a part of the Dark Bishopric of some sort.
Which the Shadow Assembly was hired by the
Dark Bishopric.
Not hired, created from.
Oh, created from them. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah.
That aside, that is the reason for our journey over to that island, is because we have intel that they are there. Potentially
I never
stationed-
lied.
At least one of the
Never lied
the
about
top
that. I
people
told the
there.
complete.
intel that they potentially are stationed there in hopes of ambushing us. But our hope is potentially to ambush them. Now, the Dark Bishopric and the demons they work for seek to destroy our world, I guess you could say, put it simply. And we're fighting against that. In fact,
It's more so that they want to rule all worlds.
yeah. And put it simply, we don't know really who to trust at this point anymore. Even those who we are strong allies with, we are beginning to doubt. And the only people who we can really trust are those within our group.
To a certain extent, look at Saber.
To a certain extent.
But hey, I'll give you credit. That was ballsy. It's a risk, but it paid out.
As you've probably noticed, I did transform into what is known as a dragon. I'm not sure if you've seen very many here on Earth. Probably haven't seen any.
No, I've heard things, but I've never seen one.
Well, now you have. At least a younger one. I am...
really hideous.
Thank you. I appreciate the kind gesture.
He just called you ugly.
Now, I feel like it would be fair for you to at least explain some of this to them as she gestures over to...
Are they conscious, or have they...
They haven't fainted, but they're paralyzed with fear.
I don't know how much telling them that will actually calm them down, though.
You don't understand. This is not something that we speak of. When I first was introduced to magic, I almost go mad myself. We cannot speak of this so freely.
Yes. He's right, Saran. We can't.
We can at least... here's the thing.
Do you have something that you can, like...
If you want
calm
us
them
to...
or, like, modify their memories or something?
No.
Magic doesn't solve everything.
Magic is going to make the situation worse. My suggestion is we explain it to them, but we don't have to show it to them.
No, I think the best explanation is yokai at this point.
You know what?
I agree.
That could be a good explanation.
Maybe it's just the spirits of the yokai possessed us and used us to fight back against the evil yokai.
You could explain that we are benevolent yokai. She looks over to Saber. At least some of us.
Screw off! I protected you.
It may not make a difference, regardless of whether you're good or bad. Yokai attract each other. They may want you off the ship now.
What do you recommend then?
To get off the ship.
How far are we? How many days travel do we still have left?
About we're 2 days out. We're
3
days. 3 days out. We're 3 days out in the middle of the ocean, with no land in sight. We'll likely drown before we reach land. You really are just gonna send us out there like that?
I'll go and talk to the people in there. I forgot their names or who they are. Boston, sorry.
It's the helmsman and then Taro, that one kid that saw Jiro get killed.
Okay.
So is the first mate dead as well?
No.
So how does that work with a ship? Does the first mate become a captain, basically?
He probably would, yeah.
Yeah. If not officially, at least take over until they return to land. I think, at least. I'll just talk to them and tell them basically that they are good yokai, which is not necessarily a lie, I guess. And I'm gonna regret. You hear? I guess Rendon would hear because he says this in English. He's like, "I'm going to regret this," and he says, "They're good yokai."
You probably will.
They are good yokai. They were trying to protect this vessel from the evil one. But I understand that you may want them gone. But at least allow them to complete their trip.
Tell them that we'll gladly lock ourselves up somewhere.
Not sure if
I don't know. I don't even know what to think. That the captain killed himself. He ripped his own head off.
I think it would be good to explain that those were the ones that the bad yokai was after, and that the prophecy has been fulfilled at this point, and that they're safe.
I would have said something along those lines already, with the the omen that the Amabiko had should be complete.
When the spirit was speaking, did everyone understand it, or is it just speaking in common?
It spoke in a way that you guys understood.
Okay, so they know that of what things they've done, but I guess saying it again would reaffirm that.
We'll get you where you're going.
We'll pay extra.
Okay. I don't know what to think right now.
Hey, I'm gonna look at it until I have a turban, and I'll go over, just clasp her hand. We'll make sure that nothing else happens to you, and we are so sorry.
Please don't kill me.
We're not.
Please.
Well, so I assume with that net 20, I can tell that they're in shock.
Boston. Let's try this, I guess. 1 second, please. Okay. Boston, I rolled that D100 for a divine intervention.
Yo, that one is crazy.
Oh,
That's insane. All right, what is your divine request?
I am praying to Kami Musuli so that she transports us, me and the yokai, to the island that they need to get to.
Oh,
Is it
Yo, that's pretty.
Yeah, and then but before that, I am going to write a note to the two guys that are there, and just basically explain that my deity is allowing us passage, and that they should return to land.
Maybe you can also request that they also go to land.
I don't want to risk it because divine intervention is a lot like wish.
That's true.
do you at least express this to them so that way they can at least prepare for it?
I said I leave in a note, yeah, about it.
Okay, Saran is going back to the brig to grab her bag of holding.
It's happening already.
Okay, I guess she had the bag of holding with
Well,
her.
I guess it depends. It's up to Boston.
I thought you had it with you. I thought you had it with you.
He is like, as soon as Gideon finishes writing the note, he's gonna put it in the hand of Taro and then start praying.
You wouldn't have need to leave behind the bag of holding.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess she would have taken it with her in case she needed something from it.
And your wish is for all of you guys to be teleported to the island.
Yep.
Okay, you begin to pray to Kami Musubi, and you see...
We teleport right in front of Titanus. Yo.
Yo, what's up?
You guys
Carl.
see
I'm Carl. He's Carl.
You see long flowing hair begin to wrap around each of you, emanating from like the back of Gideon, as a woman's face appears in the hair with long eyelashes, pale skin, arched eyebrows. Gideon, where on the island would you like to go?
I just look at them like, where are you going?
We wouldn't want to teleport anywhere near them, of course, because we would want some time to plan. So maybe somewhere secret for the time being.
Just like the
we want to go to the island of Roha.
Rota.
Rota.
I guess somewhere secret on the island of Rota.
I'll explain that. Probably all of it would be in Japanese, by the way. It just makes sense.
You said hair originating from his back, right?
Yeah, long flowing hair kind of comes out and like snakes around the room and envelops all of you.
From his back.
Back hair.
Yes, yeah, like from behind him, not from his back, like growing out of it, but emanating behind Gideon.
That's a very big distinguishing factor.
This isn't like back hair. It's very silky smooth, nice hair.
Before Saran leaves, can she just like leave the rest of the money of the briefcase with them?
Yeah, you're able to toss it down.
She just pulls it out of the bag of holding and throws it on the floor, and then everyone teleports, I guess.
Yep. As the hair fully envelops you guys, wrapping around you, kind of like mummies, as the hair then peels away. And you guys find yourselves, where is a secret place on the island of Rota? You said secret, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
The secret place in Rota is right in front of Titanus.
Secret.
That's what I was thinking.
I was saying secret in respect to the Shadow Assembly.
Oh.
Their
Too
secret
late.
base.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think it's too late.
Wait, what? What?
Ah, shit.
I think it's a little bit too late for that.
But too late for what?
You guys are here inside of an Atlantean submarine.
Oh, crap. That's not good.
Are we seen right now at the given moment in time?
The submarine is currently empty.
Okay, well, that's not good either.
This feels... I think we should find a place to hide quickly.
Are there windows, Boston?
Yep, there are a couple of porthole windows.
Are we underwater?
You are underwater, but you can see the like
What do you mean?
the shore, like the the island that submerges. So like you're right next to the island.
Okay.
Like you can see the shore that leads up out of the water, making up the island.
Tell your god
So-
what the frick is this location.
So are we underwater or are we above water?
Underwater.
You're underwater, but like just barely.
Again, telling
Were they-
Gideon, like, tell your god what the frick is this location.
He looks
With
at you kind of upset, and he says, "You would not speak about her that way."
To answer your
sorry.
question,
with a
Drake.
20
Oh, go ahead.
with a 23, what do I see, Boston? If anything.
Just looking out the window.
Yeah, I'm just looking out the window to see if I see like any figures, I guess, rather than fish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do. You see floating stationarily
Mhm.
in the water is some sort of big fish, but the fish has arms.
It's trying to evolve.
It's a Magikarp.
I just imagine like fish and it has like a Trogdor like arm like on it.
Does
Yeah,
Saber
kinda.
does Saber point it out at all?
Yeah.
What the
Mm,
that's not normal.
Guys, we need to hide now.
Can I tell like can I see if I can hear anything on like around us in the ship? How like and like do I get like a sense of like how big the ship is? Oh
No, you
gosh.
don't.
No, yeah, I mean it's the room you're in is probably like the size of like a living room. Then you can see the cockpit up front. It's either like one or two rooms in the submarine, but you don't see anything else beyond that.
Guys, we need to hide now.
Yeah. Let's do that. I'm gonna
Yep.
cast
What is the light in here like, Boston?
What is what?
What is the light in here like?
It's just like a pale blue light that's emanating from the console and like blue lines that run the length of the wall.
Is it like bright or is it just kind of
It's dim. It's dim.
dim?
Okay.
Perfect.
just so we can just because I don't know
So
what's going to happen or whatnot, I'm going to put it pass without trace.
I think Skulker lightly obscured. I don't know. Whatever.
Brendan will hear again from Gideon. I knew I was going to regret this.
What do you mean? It's not our fault.
I'm spawning in English, so only you can understand. Brendan turns to you and is like,
Yeah, he's just speaking in English.
yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
Go ahead and roll stealth, I guess, guys.
Saran's gonna cast invisibility on. Actually, hold on. How?
Wait. Nate, what did you say? You're like muffled.
Again? I'm muffled again?
It like started trailing off for me.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, come on, me.
You should probably.
I mean, 27, I guess is still good.
Hey,
but-
I'm gonna cast invisibility on because there's 6 of us, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna cast invisibility at 6th level, targeting 5 people on everyone but Saber. Saber specifically because I know he can reliably sneak around.
Saran, actually, with his 40 stealth, you forgot Saber was there.
You don't see it anymore. Don't see him anymore.
I mean, I'm also capable of that. I just rolled it.
But
Yeah,
you
you all go
go 6th
invisible
level.
with high stealth rolls, nothing below a 20.
Do we have advantage? Do we have advantage because we're invisible now?
Yeah.
Rendon, what?
Brendan rolled a 13.
Do we have?
That's a 23 plus the pass without trace.
That's what
Do we
yeah.
have advantage now that we're also invisible?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's go! Come on!
That's
Let's go!
20,
48.
22,
You guys
23.
forget- You forget Drake exists. You just forget about him.
Brendan's loud. His arm was. Yeah.
Yeah, I also have this advantage.
Luckily, there's sound dampening going on.
So you just rolled regularly, so the.
Yeah, so it was
27.
a 27 instead.
Nice. So you guys are super hidden.
Saran is going to whisper, "All right, everyone, I feel like it'd be best to maybe hold hands so we can keep track of each other. But let's find a place where we can. Shut up. Let's find a place that we can bunker down in and make a plan of action.
Hold hands, everyone.
Saran, we're underwater. Can't really do much.
I know, but we need to find a place that we can at least hide in for the time being while we make a plan.
Does anyone know how to drive a sub?
Well,
we need to see if there's anyone else here.
If I had to guess, if my suspicion is correct, we're here. This is the place that where we wanted to be in the first place, but it's too soon, so we need to. They don't expect us here. We have the upper hand. We need to come up with a plan.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Okay, what's
Is there some kind of lock? Is there a lock on like the door into here, or the hatch, whatever you want to call it?
And the hatch seals.
But can you seal it further from the inside?
I don't know.
I mean, like there's like the pressure lock, like where it kind of holds itself on, so it won't open underwater.
Because
you would have to re-emerge to unlock that and be able to be opened. But while it's underwater, it can't be opened like that.
Saran's gonna go over to a window and she's gonna see how deep we are underwater. How deep would you say we are at this point?
There is only probably like 8 feet of water above the top of this thing.
Okay.
Oh, we're not very deep at all.
Yeah, we're not very deep at all. Okay. Well, we gotta see who's here. So let's reconnaissance a bit.
What if we're able to submerge further down?
I think that would garner a little bit too much attention.
That's fair.
If we can maybe even take over the ship without them knowing, that would be great.
Yeah, but taking over the ship will. My suspicion is there's people on here that, given the number that we've been, our intel gave, it's probably the amount that there is.
Sorry, fine. Let me and Drake do some reconnaissance then.
I can sneak around too.
I understand that, but the others can't.
Are we in like a safe enough spot where we are, Boston, that like they could stay here for a minute?
As long as no one tries to go in the submarine. It's just like I said, it's kind of like living room size. There's seats across along the sides of the walls for hanging out, and the cockpit's just like at the front of the room. It's not like it's not like blocked off by a door, but there's a cockpit. And then there might be like another room below you guys, but this thing isn't very big.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured.
I don't know. I just with my past with that trace up, I feel like they'd have a easier time being sneaky if they stayed with us all.
I don't know. I kind of want Gideon to get some rest. That's kind of why I was thinking.
I would suggest we need to find a way to get you guys to where you needed to go. I assume a submarine is not.
Yeah, I think the more people we have, the
if we stick together, we could potentially, while we're scanning the area and everything like that, if we end up running into trouble, we'll all be there to at least assist the other.
Because we don't know what's in here. It could be something. I mean, they could have dangerous people in here.
These people are probably bigger threats than that spirit we dealt with just moments ago.
Maybe. I don't know.
I vote we stick together.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Or at least in 2 groups, at most. Evenly split.
I heard this one.
Either group, though, would not benefit from my spell, but...
Is it...
Yes,
we should just be together.
Oh, true, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright, we'll stick together then.
Alright. Alright, let's go.
Everyone, follow Saber, since we can see him.
Rude. Except you forget I'm there because I have a 40.
Oh, Saber, where are you?
Oh, you've been talking already.
You have been talking.
Yes, but he doesn't even see me.
I mean, he has a 40 and he's seen mine 44 and invisible. If I wasn't talking, yeah.
All right, I guess we're gonna go scan around the ship.
Okay.
I mean, it's not very big. Boston already said this.
Yeah, you can scan around the room just by standing where you're at. Though you do see there is a ladder going downward.
That's what I meant. Is going investigating elsewhere.
So we gotta go down the
Saber,
ladder quietly.
Saber's gonna lead the way. You
Right,
want me
you
to roll
guys enter?
stealth?
No, you guys already rolled stealth. I'll just keep those rolls. So you guys descend down with the veil of shadows from Pass Without Trace enveloping you, dampening the noise you make. You enter into the bottom where you can see several suits, like underwater suits, including helmets and everything. And then a few devices. It's just like a vehicle that you hold on to and then it propels you through the water. And then some cans of oxygen and everything. And then you can see there's sort of bomber doors at the very bottom. And then there's a little control panel that has just a big blue button on it.
What those are? Do they have those exact things in the Fae?
Not you guys have never been in an Atlantean submarine.
Oh.
Atlanteans are very reclusive, and their technology is very.
Do we even know it's Atlantean?
They are iconic. They're reclusive, but you know who Atlanteans are, and you would
So
recognize.
what do we know about Atlanteans? Just so that we.
I mean, anything that can
I have no idea.
When you can roll a history check, and then just let me know kind of what thing you're trying to recall about Atlanteans.
You don't just all to roll history.
Well,
Gideon wouldn't know though, so I don't think he would.
Whoever wants to roll history, go ahead.
I have an idea.
Nope.
Okay.
I do not know.
Go ahead with your idea.
So, assuming
Anyone else?
that these are water suits or something, right? We can tell that they're breathing suits for underwater, I assume?
Yep.
What if I poke a few holes in them? Very small holes.
And you can try.
Well, I'm asking the others. I'm saying this out loud. What if I poke a few small holes in them so that when whoever goes underwater kind of just drowns?
Are you planning to kill these people too, whoever they are?
You really are a murderer.
Anyone else trying to recall what they know about?
I'm going to recall what Kaga was.
Does anybody have sending?
Do we also even know?
Okay, guys, we have a lot of people talking. Let's go one by one.
Nate, what did you say?
Can sending potentially contact Kegas?
Yes.
Someone has
They
it.
must have.
Nobody has sending.
Only Igneous did.
Gideon has.
Unless Rendon
Gideon does.
He doesn't know.
Gideon
Kegas.
does, but Gideon doesn't know Kaga.
Gideon does, but he will, as soon as he is able to prepare it, he's gonna use sending on his wife so she doesn't get worried.
Yeah, that's also. So, yeah.
Need to be able to contact who's a general in the Atlantean army.
Yeah, we know Nate, but isn't he looking at the group now?
Is he what?
Oh yeah, he's in
Is it
Vario
Kaga?
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can't contact him anyway.
Oh,
True.
that's fair.
What are you guys doing?
Okay.
Any more history checks?
Gideon is just going to. Shouldn't we be trying to get out instead of going down?
Yeah. And if these people are part of the.
That's why I'm saying for now, I'm not going to do it. If we end up finding out, maybe that's an option.
Okay. I would say just hold off on that right now. Let's just keep on going.
And to answer
There's nowhere else to go really.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
That's really it? That's just no one else is on
Yes.
it? Okay.
That's it. That's why I'm why are we probably sneaking? I feel like we would have heard.
Oh,
We didn't know if there was anyone in here.
All right. If there's no one else here, then we'll drop the stuff.
Okay, so yeah, drop the invisibility. Well, Gideon, to answer your question, these people aren't really exactly innocent. In fact, they, as I mentioned before, they are seeking the destruction of the world. Maybe even
we don't know that.
That doesn't mean that they deserve to die, though.
Well,
is there no codes?
You have no idea the death and destruction that they caused.
Well, killing a person. What's the difference then, Drake? You were pleading for one, but you make the difference for the other. Okay. Doing a bad thing doesn't make it better because.
Let me ask you this question then: would you rather let 1,000 people die or one evil person die?
I wouldn't let anybody die if I could.
Well, that's not
but
possible,
it happens.
Unfortunately.
Exactly.
We've seen what these people are capable of. Titanus himself, the one that we are specifically after, destroyed a whole city full of people.
Several whole cities, actually.
Yeah, several by this point.
We saw, or rather they saw, not me in particular, they saw the streets run with rivers of blood because of him.
You're no different than the yokai that tried to possess and killed everybody in the ship. You're just looking for vengeance. Are there no?
We're not seeking vengeance.
Are there no courts or a justice system where you are from?
Not a good one.
Nothing that can hold them. So
guys, you're the Holy Tribunal.
Yeah, we are the justice system.
Good. Yeah, this is what I've been trying to get out of them.
Okay.
We are
unfortunately,
justice.
Unfortunately, we're the best that there's got.
Which is not great. But it's better.
We are the Holy Tribunal, and I am the executioner.
That's true.
That is true.
You seems holy.
There's many things that we are trying to accomplish. We're trying to reconstruct the old age while also protecting the current one as well.
I forget, is Drake judge?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I never got a title.
That's okay. A lot of people have it. A lot of people have it.
Saran, you're the notary.
The notary. But yeah.
When you have organizations that are this powerful, no justice system is going to be able to try them effectively.
If they were your common criminals, then yes.
I feel like we fall under that same category as well.
What's up, Nate?
Brendan was saying.
Shut up, Brendan.
If and I know that we are kind of aligned in that way that we are powerful and that a normal justice system could hold us down. But if it came to it and I was able to stop this organization in particular and be able to save people, and at the end of the day, they made me have to, pay for the things that I've done, I think I would go along with it, knowing that I was happy that I prevented worldwide destruction.
These people are capable of dropping a literal city on another. It's probably going to happen. Yet. Yeah, it's probably going to happen at some point in the near future.
It will happen.
You'll see. Watch.
It's just like we get back to the Fae. See, I told you.
That's when you go like that. Meanwhile.
That was my full intention with saying that, by the way.
That's so good.
What is the timeline now? Is because 3 days from that.
It's like 14 years in the future.
Well, it's been 4 days. If we were 3 days away, 4 days we were on the boat.
Yeah.
Let me find out.
Because we had like 3 days.
That it ended.
We had 3 days pass when we were in Jirakkyo. We had another 3 days, 3 or 4 days pass while we were in Japan. So it's been
there was like one day of like break in between.
It's been about a week, and so
it's the 36th of Kreia. So literally in 2 days.
2 days it's about to happen. So by the time we get back, it's gonna happen effectively.
Is that what happens there? I never got told about that part.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah, that's what happens.
City, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were making a Hiroshima joke.
No. I mean, it kind of was Hiroshima, but
instead of
it's almost worse than Hiroshima because everyone died.
Yeah, everyone died.
It was like more like the Avengers one.
Well, that might be a blessing because people who survived Hiroshima.
All right. Anyways.
Oh yeah. Anyway, enough about Hiroshima.
These people are capable of dropping a literal city on another one.
Yes, you already said that.
We came back to where we were. So we have to stop them before they can do that.
Okay. Does anyone know how to raise the submarine?
We can figure that out in a second.
I could.
We can't do any more recon while we're in here.
I know.
I'm talking to Gideon right now, so please wait.
And honestly, this might be a good time that we can get some rest.
And maybe even at least come up with a plan. But, Gideon, please understand that this is in the intention of protecting people. Persuading these people are not going to work.
I've seen that before. I've heard those words before. That's why we had a war over here as well. It's all good intentions. But it comes with disaster anyway.
Then what do you suggest then?
I don't know. I'm just a healer. I'm a doctor. I'm not a warrior or a politician. I just help people. And that's the way that I know things can change.
Saran, she's kind of gonna pause for a bit. Listen, Gideon, I share some of the feelings that you share in this. I hate shedding blood.
You say with the bloodstained face.
She looks at the dagger and she kind of like tosses it away from her. She's kind of a little bit like a little traumatized by the dagger at this point because of the possession.
Yeah.
I too wish to see the good in people. However,
just a decision. But I understand that my words won't convince you of anything. So we better get going.
Okay. Well,
you think the whole time that they're trying to convince Gideon, but Gideon was trying to convince them.
Them all along. Oh.
All right. I think let's maybe.
I just want to go home. The sooner we finish what you need to do, the faster I go home to my wife and children.
And we'll make sure that happens.
Famous last words.
For reference, Saran is kind of optimistic about the world as well, in the sense of seeing the best out of people, kind of like similar to Gideon is. And there's like a conflict that's kind of happening within her right now. Is like there's bad in people, and sometimes it can't go away, because like she's starting to see the world as it really is, and so it's this conflict of Gideon trying to like, I guess, persuade her is like causing more of a conflict within her. On top of the geesh that's on her as well.
There's some good character development going on here.
The what?
Didn't Trustworthy really release that last session?
I haven't had any word about any release about it.
Nope.
Austin?
I
Soon.
guess. I guess a day hasn't passed, and Ignis is not in trouble.
Igneous is in a way different place.
Time passes
so-
differently there. Time doesn't pass
Everybody, everybody involved in this role-playing situation, take a D6 cool dice. This was awesome.
Can I also get a cool dice from my thing earlier?
Yeah, you take a cool dice. Take a cool dice. Not an extra one. Just all of you get one.
Yay, that's the first one I've ever gotten.
there.
That's the first one Gideon gets.
So I think. All right, so I have 2 cool dice. So that's not inspiration. It's just an added d6, right? To
Yep.
anything.
Yeah, you just roll a D6 on top of it. It's like
I'm trying
it's
to
like
think where
bardic
to put.
inspiration.
I just think where to put this.
Probably just in like your equipment, or your notes, like your features, or there's. I think it's a notes page actually.
I'll just
Yeah, I'm
put it
putting
in
my notes.
2d6 cool dice to add to any roll. Cool. Gotta remember that. 2d6.
Don't cool dice just upgrade the dice number from like a 1d6 to a 1d8?
No,
Like, well,
you just you roll a number and then it adds to whatever you rolled.
Yeah, you just
Oh.
get more.
I think
No,
that's
and
what
when
we are having.
When you gain more, you just gain more dice. It doesn't. I won't upgrade. So if you, I give you 2 D6 cool, like a D6 cool dice one day and then a D6
Can you
another
only
day.
use one per roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure.
Because I think Rendon has a singular cool dice.
I'll even put it here saying 2d6, 1d6 cool dice. That way I know I have 2 of them.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's figure out how we
What do you
can
guys
get
do
the
now?
ship out. Let's figure out how we can control the ship.
We are ending the session, I think.
I think we should just right now.
You guys wanna end here?
I think we need to rest.
Not a bad
I'm
idea.
not to continue.
We should
But-
rest.
It's 9:55, and I have to work in the morning. That's why I was saying it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So are you guys going to rest in the submarine for the moment? Try and
Saran,
take a long rest.
Saran, no, because she's
I
wide
don't-
awake right now. But everyone
I don't
else can
think
take
rest-
Right away.
Gideon doesn't really want to, but if everybody decides to, he would.
Rendon doesn't really think it's safe.
Rendon,
Gideon,
it's okay.
Gideon just wants to leave.
What's the decision there? Or we can wait until the next session to decide. But
I think it's fine if we take a long rest, I guess.
then we'll do like watch stuff and whatever next session.
Sounds good.
And if while some of us sleeping, if maybe Saran wants to try to see if she can figure out, she could.
Yeah, so she's gonna spend time to try to see if she can figure out the controls of the ship without alerting anyone of the fact that it's being controlled. Just to
So
How will
yeah,
you do that?
I'll say that I'm gonna attempt to do a long rest, but I'll wait till everything happens to see if I actually gain all the benefits of it. So we'll at least say that we'll attempt to.
Okay. All right. Well, good session.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was.
I didn't even
chaotic.
plan the whole vengeance thing playing into what you guys were doing, but I really like how that worked out. Like what you brought up, Josue.
Yep.
That actually
Wait.
works pretty well.
Which part?
Where you're
teleporting.
what makes you different than the vengeance ghost that we just
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that was like
dealt with?
Yeah.
Like you tried to defeat a spirit of vengeance, and yet you guys are vengeancing. It's pretty cool. Worked out. I think it was a smart ending too.
I also find it very interesting that the similarities with the spirit that you had and Gideon and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
I didn't even before. I didn't even think about it. It's just this time that it just
A lot of good
very-
stuff. None of it planned.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not plan the whole. Hey, child, come into my head.
I think that was awesome. That
Crowd
really
gets
worked out
eviscerated.
perfectly.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I feel like that's what makes it fun.
Again, I was playing that Drake is pissed off. Just so we're clear on that, right? Like,
yeah, I like all that too. That was good role play with you guys, like the inner conflict, which usually what it is, but it was good.
Yeah.
Solid.
Drake and Saber have always butted heads a bit.
I loved having Rendon be able to.
I feel like that's a lot of times Drake, is around.
What did
Saber
you say,
because, like,
Nate?
Oh, I was saying, I've just loved having Rendon pop in at random moments, being like,
oh yeah, like we're talking, and then he's like, "Well, actually," or it's like this, because he was
sorry,
not.
Nate, your microphone was a little weird. I wonder if like it was a little clearer, if we would like have heard you more. I feel like there's a few times you tried to talk and it got drowned.
no, well, maybe it would have been a little clearer sometimes.
I'm always sad.
Definitely very different than it has been in the past.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I'm always sad that Felina didn't get to like contribute to the madness. I'm sure she would have done something.
Who, Felina?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, her coworkers like will play games every now and then, and it's rare that they play a game that like she's able to play with. So they're playing tonight, so she wanted to leave early so she could
That's okay.
play with them.
I think she contributed to the chaos last time.
That's true.
Made it a lot of fun.
I don't know if she would have done anything too crazy. Maybe she might have offered herself for possession. I don't know if she would have done that. It sounds like she would, knowing her. But I'm sure she'll be fine with how this turned out too. Yeah. And she'll be here the next time we do it, which is when that whole fight deal is going to happen. And for that one, I might make that one start at 5, just because it's a fight and they usually take longer, so we can get an extra hour, as long as that works with people's schedules.
On that, I thought you had a concert or something next week, so we're not.
Yeah.
Having
so it wouldn't be next week; it'd be the week after. I'm going to Comic-Con.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
FanX in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Next.
So not next Sunday.
Not next Sunday. The
Do you think
one.
next week that we'll get into the fight? You'd say?
Not next week, but the next session we will definitely. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on how you guys play it, but that's what's gonna happen. You're there. You may have just spotted one of the people. Like you're in it now. It's just now, how are you going to initiate the fight?
Yeah. Well,
yeah, this guy was he was the fish dude.
We have a lot more to talk about now because of the chains around my arms and legs.
Wait, what guy's the fish dude?
Look up in the silhouette that Saber saw outside the window of the submarine.
Yeah, he's just an Electros, don't worry.
The fish with arms?
Yeah. Out of character, I know that this is part of the Shadow Assembly. Or not Shadow Assembly, the Dark Bishopric. Or Shadow Assembly.
Yep,
I don't know.
One of the people brought on for this job. So that's the first one.
So did I just did we just spawn and then this submarine just spawned there with us?
Nope.
Is that kind of what, or was
what?
it just this?
Or the submarine is the secret location. So when Kamino Musubi was looking for the most secret place on the island, this submarine was the most secret.
So anywhere on the island would not be a secret. Okay. Okay.
Or it's one of several secret locations.
Yeah.
It was never said secret from who, so it's
secret that's why
from most of the population and people on the island.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yes, Christian, we'll definitely talk about those chain abilities and everything.
We could just take the submarine and
we
just drive
definitely
off with it.
What would that accomplish?
You wouldn't be able to kill Titanus, which is the whole reason this happened.
Yeah. Boston, I have on here.
Those poor people in the boat died.
Yeah. Boston, I have on here that I have one synth tier that I can give to Drake. I don't know, maybe that's something that I could have been thinking about on the ship. Because one reason I didn't do much with it beforehand is because we were in the middle of fights and
you didn't have time to develop an ability.
And whatnot. So maybe